Excuse me, Reverend. Thank you all. Please be seated. You all are ignorant, barefoot, poor, dumb hillbillies. You all are insignificant. You mean nothing.
Oh, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, Alex is Russian, so he did his little Russian hacking scandal thing he does. So that's why that didn't work out. It's not my fault. It's definitely Alex's fault.
It was
I
effortless.
didn't know it would work though, so
It
didn't
worked
prepare
better-
a speech.
I was
better
part
than
of the
he thought.
collusion. I was part of the collusion. It's a collusion thing. I was part of it.
Yeah, Sensei's got this whole Russia thing too. I don't like to get into it. All right, we have a very special thing for you guys today, because Alex is going to be leaving. So goodbye, Alex. Okay, so it's just us three now. We're going to be doing Fire Down Below. It is Seagal's follow-up to On Deadly Ground, which was just a complete dumpster fire. He said, or they told him it can't get any worse than that, and he said, "Oh, I'm
Watch
just
me."
getting started." Okay, you're back, Alex. Just don't let it happen again.
Can't promise.
It's going for you. And stop hacking the stream, Alex. You're on the stream. Stop hacking the stream that you're on. It's very unprofessional.
The temptation is too high.
All right, we're gonna get into it because Redeye's, I guess, some sort of sports champion. He doesn't like to brag about it.
Right,
He just
that's right.
talks about nothing else.
I've done a push-up or two in my time.
Yeah, they're on your knees. I don't really count those. But all right, so yeah, this is. Before we start, what's your guys' feelings on this movie?
Much better than his recent ones.
I mean, it's all relative. I mean, you said, he followed up on Deadly Ground and it was shit. I mean, compared to his body of work, they're not the worst. He walks, he moves,
He does.
he speaks reasonably coherently. I put the word reasonably coherently in there.
He makes a pretty convincing preacher.
Human.
He does. No. You saw his speech he gave. That was very uplifting. That was for all of us. We all need a kick in the ass sometimes from Seagal.
That's right.
Tell us how much we disappoint him.
That's true. And his hair was passable as somewhat human also at this stage. It hadn't crossed over to the pubic hair / rodent on the head era yet. So
yeah. I think this is one of his most watchable movies. Like, genuinely.
He does his own talking through the entire thing. As far as I know, nobody talks for him, which is an accomplishment for today's Seagal.
That is.
I don't think we could get that today from Seagal.
No.
Does anyone walk for him, or does he do his own walking throughout?
He does his own walking. We see him dance waddle down some stairs. Oh, look forward to that.
I know. Sorry.
At one point, he also even sawing a log. No, a board.
Yes.
He does a little sawing.
For a couple of seconds.
Well,
and
he supposedly is. He's doing a motion, but I'm fairly certain he's not actually cutting it.
But in that whole scene also, someone does some measuring with some tape, and those hands are not Seagal's hands, because I know Big Daddy's hands when I see them, and they weren't his hands.
They are not his hands. Something I didn't notice the first time I went through this, because I don't know much about country music. There are a lot of country music singers in this movie.
Yeah, well, there was a whole band. So the band for the potluck picnic thing, I guess Seagal actually tried to actually join the band during the production of this and was like, "Oh, come on, make me one of your members and I'll replace that guy over there."
Hopefully I can remember as we go through, but I mean there's a lot of like Grammy Award winner like actual legitimate singers. There's like at least 8. I'll see if I can remember as we go through.
I assume the band member that he was replacing was obviously a black gentleman because,
No, it was an elderly man who's dying or something. And Seagal doesn't help him. He just grabs the guitar as he falls over and lets the old man die and plays the guitar. And I'm not exaggerating any of that. Lord Vulcan, first we had to listen to you on Drinker Stream yesterday. Now another today. Unbelievable. Slappity slap. You got it, Lord Vulcan. There's a lot of space ice going around lately.
He's an industry plant, everyone. Just so you know, he's an industry plant.
Industry plant trying to pump up Seagal and Chuck Norris because very timely. The checks finally cleared from the mid 80s. Evolution is the David Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Sean William Scott mega blockbuster hit movie that showed us how Steven Seagal arrived on Earth. Sure, yeah, the band, which is that big ball, I could see that as being the true end of evolution is Seagal. That's where he's going with that.
Frank Elkins was found dead this morning.
What?
They say it's an accident. I don't think so.
Yeah, so Frank, look forward to never hearing his name again. He's the whole reason he's supposed to be down there. I guess he was killed, but yeah, we forget about that real fast.
Yeah.
And that was the most emotion we've ever gotten out of Seagal, and as we find out, we will ever get out of Seagal's career.
That's the same what that you give when you're placing like Chinese takeout order on the food, like on the phone. And they're like, nah, they said they're out of orange chicken. You go, what?
Okay.
That's the same face he emotes for absolutely everything he does, if we're being honest, whether he's taking a shit or crying or
I
angry.
thought you were going the language thing, which would have worked too, like when you have to keep asking what, because you can't understand what they're saying.
That too.
Same kind of what.
2 FBI a couple of nights ago, and now Frank.
Okay. So here's where the guy he's talking to gets suspicious, or no, Seagal's suspicious that these 3 agents getting murdered, within the last 3 days. Oh, that's kind of weird. But no, apparently it's not weird, even though one of them got their neck cut off and one of them got shot. Nah. It's a conspiracy theory. And he also flies. I don't know why he...
That's so dangerous.
I don't know if we have any pilots, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to fly within 5 feet of the ground.
No.
I don't think into a waterfall. I mean,
they're just guidelines. They're just guidelines for safety. That's all bullshit. Don't worry about that.
Okay, yeah. He's Seagal. He does what he wants.
Exactly.
This whole thing started with an anonymous letter talking about fish acting weird.
The fish acted weird. You should see those fish. They keep looking over their shoulder. They got the shifty eyes.
Yeah.
It's fucking. They're up to something. They're wearing those baggy pants. They could have anything in those pants. They could have guns.
You don't know.
You have no idea.
They're all on fentanyl. Those damn fish down there. They're just junky fish.
They're the ones smuggling it in. Nobody checks the fish.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I mean, obviously there's something going on down there.
You and your goddamn conspiracy theories.
How is this a conspiracy theory? 3 of them were murdered in the span of 3 days.
And the fish are acting weird.
And the fish. My god. The fish. One of them was just running around naked. Oh, God.
You know, if we don't have a witness who'll testify, we got nothing.
And I love
I
it
just watched this movie and I can't remember any of this.
That
Just
means
now
that's
I
how I
oh,
know you did watch
there
it.
There was
100% know
again.
you watched a Seagal movie because you can't say anything about it. You remember nothing.
That's
Oh,
all right.
yeah,
That's good.
the
It's like you're watching
brand.
it for the first time again, though. That's brilliant.
So I love it when they give you this like legal complete bullshit that we're supposed to just accept. Without a witness, we got nothing. Okay. There's loads of other ways you could have evidence that's not a witness.
Maybe
Like-
three dead agents.
3 dead agents could be evidence when they find the toxic waste in the mine.
Samples,
That's pretty
yes.
strong evidence of the toxic waste being in there. The fact that he fucking sees it and it's right there. I know there's a lot of evidence, and apparently Seagal can't be the witness. You know, he sees a lot of illegal things happen, but that doesn't count. No, that's not evidence.
I'm sorry. Are any of you guys lawyers or environmental experts like Seagal? So I think we should just trust that he knows what he's doing.
I'm
That's
not
all
an
gonna
EPA
say.
agent like those undercover ops.
Excuse me.
We should trust in Seagal. He knows what he's doing.
And I love how they've had 3 federal agents murdered, so they just keep sending them in one at a time. Go send at least a partner. Nah, just go in one at a time. I don't know. Hang out at the church. Say you're there to fix stuff for free. It's fine.
They're probably trying to get rid of him. That's why they're sending him in.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, they keep dying there. Send him.
Let's do this thing right for Frank.
Oh, sorry. That's the last time we hear about him. Because he probably recorded that whole thing at once and then completely forgot Frank was a part of this movie.
What's your name?
Christine.
That's a pretty name.
Yeah, he starts off shooting his game because he's
Shooting his game.
disgusting.
got
It
the
gets
buttons
worse.
Buttons undone.
I'm not part of this next part, so feel free to not say anything as I play this next part and just let it go.
No, it's
On
happening.
top of me.
Yes, I have.
No.
Hi, Walter. What's this one here?
This is a UFO.
That's what I thought.
Okay. This is so. What's happening is he's sick. So Seagal's gonna go hang out with the little kid, but the parents, I guess, aren't home right now. So he's just gonna go into his room and hang out with him.
Yeah, why are you here?
Because that's a super normal thing to do. God, he's hitting on his sisters outside. He's like, "Oh, what is this? Oh, yeah, I thought so. You're a good artist, man."
You should do a poll and see if the chat would trust any of their kids alone with Steven Seagal in a room.
It's gonna be a honeypot. Anyone that says yes is getting busted.
Oh yeah.
Kicking him straight out of the chat, reporting him to YouTube.
So yeah, he's like, "You're supposed to be outside the house."
What the hell are you going to do with my son here?
And I love he's supposed to
mean,
be like
both of
working.
them.
Works in a
look like-
mine. It looks like he's got one of those, like, you know, those masks that they always used to wear in the movies when they're waking up, the like skin rejuvenating mask. Looks way more like that.
They both don't look like they should have children and be looking after them, especially just on that still that you paused on right there. They both look like subpar humans, let's call them.
They do look like Hills Have Eyes people.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But still, I'd rather have Hills Have Eyes watch my kids than Seagal. And that's not even close.
No, that's true.
Side of the house.
Boy was sick. I just came in to cheer him up.
Well, okay.
Oh,
you fucking weirdo.
Thanks.
Yeah. Look at the
Don't
face.
smiling like that, you creep.
Great pause.
I think we need a fourth agent killed right now. I think that's what needs to happen.
This is one of the Seagal lighting that I'm sure you guys have seen a million times, where it's on the middle of his face, but it's dark above and below. Like, we won't realize he's got extra chins and he's fat if you just see his nose.
Pretty thin nose.
And they're also trying to hide a certain thing as well on top of the head. I mean, you know what I mean? They're trying to shade that as much as
with
possible.
no light on top of the head. Dizzy face. Good job, Mark.
It's a good one.
It's a good emoji. I don't know why I stopped there. Probably just because he looks stupid. I took notes this time because I always have things, and I'm like, why did I put this in here? No. Nothing for that.
My daddy wants to know who the hell he is.
Maybe it's time I had a talk with him. Have the boys scare him a little first.
That is so like. Okay. So this guy was working on a porch, so now they need to know who he is. But first, we got to scare the life out of him before we find out who he is.
That's just a small town hello.
You just knock on the door and be like, "Hi, we live in town. Who are you?"
Previous 3 agents were also trying to fix porches, I guess.
Were they? Oh my god.
The same stairs.
Something I did find out with this movie is if anybody needs to make a killing on money, start a porch fixing business in Kentucky, because everybody's porches are just falling to shit. The entire town needs a new porch.
And they can't fix the.
They have no
themselves.
idea how to fix it themselves. And they're
No
just
clue.
constantly breaking. One of the ladies breaks the morning he shows up. That's one of them. That's on the right. Mark Colley, he's a country singer. He's also the villain from Kill Switch. I don't know why he's in this role, but yeah. Oh,
And what about Chris Christopherson? He's also here.
not in this pic. That's not Chris Christopherson in
Yeah,
this.
but he's a
Friend.
gun though. Let's leave.
We'll
Chris
get to him.
Christopherson out
We'll
of
get
it.
to Christopherson. Yeah, he was in Blade. I mean, he's done some real movies.
Let's leave Whistler out of this. Whistler's done nothing to. Not yet, anyway.
He gets killed in every single movie though, and he keeps coming back.
You got to admire him for that.
Yeah, I do. So
I'm
the
like-
way this is all set up, like the way this set is, makes no sense. So they had to like reverse this. You can see the Coca-Cola machines backwards, the signs like written backwards.
Yeah.
Because this entire like shopping area is just complete bullshit. They're trying to fake us with this. Like anyone's calling them out on that. The only reason I know this is because it's backwards. Armando Limon, why would a kid have large U.S. flag in their room?
It is Kentucky.
How
Patriot.
dare
What
you?
do you mean? Patriot. I mean, I
Because
can.
he's a damn American. All kids should have giant American flags everywhere.
Yeah, it is very surprising they don't have Rob Schneider poster.
They should. Yeah, if you guys didn't notice,
Somewhere
that's
over
not
there.
Garth Brooks. It's Rob Schneider with me again today. Because of all the country singers, he thought he'd dress up like Garth Brooks.
Glad you
Garth
pointed
Brooks
that
is
out.
ecstatic.
'Cause he's identical
He
to
looks
Garth Brooks.
so much like him. Not a little bit different. A little bit different.
How's the fishing around these parts?
I like a perch dinner with fried potatoes.
Like
Good for you all, man.
Good
for
job.
You all, man.
yeah, yeah.
There's fish around here.
I don't know if they just saw Sling Blade and was like, wouldn't it be cool if we had that guy too? And so, hey, dude, you're Sling Blade now. But yeah, he's sweeping up in a dirt lot. I don't know why he's there. It's unclear who he works for, if he even works for anybody. Because he's just always around town. Just whenever something happens with Seagal, he's like in the background. They just like cut to him watching.
He's a key plot device. They've got
Yeah, he seems like he's the mastermind behind everything. Because every time something happens, it cuts to him. He's like, whoa, look at that.
Do you think it's some Kaiser Sose kind of usual suspects kind of shit going on? Yeah, where the Gimp is the
I hope so.
mastermind?
Except that would make it Seagal, and there's no way he's a mastermind.
Are you guys what?
Are you guys hyped for Havoc with Tom Hardy? And also imagine the Seagal fight scene, directed by Gareth Evans. Would it even work? I have no idea what you mean by Havoc, but fuck yeah, I'm hyped up.
What the fuck's Havoc? I like Tom Hardy. He's a good actor. I've been watching Mobland, but what the fuck
There
is
we
Havoc?
go. That doesn't matter. We're hyped. We like Tom Hardy. I like the name Havoc.
Ooh,
We're all on
yeah.
board.
That's
And
coming out
Gareth
I don't know who
Evans?
Gareth Evans is, but I would love to see a Seagal fight scene with anybody because it's always hilarious. Absolutely.
What's going on,
Any
Humongous?
questions you can ask me?
Oh, there's him again. I think this is what I was going to show you, that he's the kill switch serial killer guy that he just gets out of prison for no real reason. The Terminator 2 Leftovers Day is the mega blockbuster hit movie that stars Turkey Surprise as the Terminator and Steven Seagal as Sensei Cookie Dough. Man, all right,
like
you're the one
Sensei
cooking over
Cookie
here
Dough.
with these ideas.
Have you guys seen Thanksgilling?
No, but now I need to.
It's a hand puppet turkey that goes around murdering people. It's
Oh my
amazing.
God, it got better than I thought it
It's
could be.
so good.
I thought that sounds great, but then you said what it was, and it's even better.
Yeah, it's a hand puppet. It's amazing.
Sledgehammer. Oh, wow. The Papa Seagal hairstyle in this movie disappeared after the movie and was never found again. That happens with a lot of things in Seagal. A lot of people just
Oh yeah.
disappear. Oh, now he's a scientist. We're supposed to believe he knows what he's doing. Look, he dropped a droplet in water.
Hey, boy, what are you doing?
Peeing in your water.
What
Okay.
what do you think he is doing?
Like,
So
why is he
basically-
chasing him?
Because he was
He's like-
jealous of the kid's hog. I imagine he saw what the kid was packing, got jealous, and started
Wow, okay.
running after him.
Yeah.
In anger.
He's all about the kids in this
Oh.
movie.
Come here, kid. Let me cheer you up a little bit.
It makes no sense that he would chase him. Like, yeah, kids are gonna pee in like little ponds. That's what they do. I mean, they're kids. He's gonna. I really have no idea what he's gonna do if he catches him.
I don't think. he
And
knows.
why?
It gets worse though. It's how could this
Well,
get dumber?
we do find out what
What are
happened.
you
Yeah.
doing here,
These people just.
pretty boy?
I don't know if I spoke over if he said
Pretty
it.
boy.
The way they
Wonder-
just call him pretty boy. That's amazing.
That's when
Oh,
Steven
pretty
Seagal
boy.
decided. That's when Steven Seagal decided that calling people boy
White
is
boy.
badass. Yeah, white boy.
Yeah, it's so weird to call him pretty boy.
Well,
He
I mean,
can't
he is pretty.
call anybody
I
pretty.
mean, it is a fiction movie.
Yeah. I wonder if Seagal had anything to do with that.
Never.
Pick a fine time to take a walk in our marijuana field.
Why would you just say that? He's
Okay.
just walking. Especially back then, this was definitely a crime everywhere. Like, oh yeah, all this felonies we're committing by growing all this marijuana. Is that why you're here? Like,
You come through the poppy fields or the cocaine bog.
who talks about that? You didn't see the dead bodies, did ya? Seagal is testing for beaver fever for raisins. I feel like I'm guessing Armando Limon's not a real person. That's got to be AI because I don't know what he's even getting at anymore.
I think Armando's just fresh off the boat and has got no idea what he's saying in English. I think he's just using Google Translate.
You know what? He's excited. He's a part of this. More power to you,
Well
Limon.
done, Armando. He's got internet for the first time. Good
Yeah,
on you,
just-
Armando.
Sometimes you just get excited. I'm for it. I love how he does that. So you hear him cock,
Jesus.
and the gun is clearly not cocked. You can see the hammer still up in the original position. I don't know why they had to add that sound effect. Because then when they do the next frame, now it is cocked. You can see it's down.
Oh yeah.
Someone was like, "We got to fix one of these."
I got no business with y'all.
But then it cuts back again, and it's back up. Oh man, they should have just.
And
Gun
now
double.
he's concerned. I love how the first time he was like, "Yeah, I got a gun in my eye, so what?"
It's
And
so
now
much
he's like,
worse
"Oh,
now.
there's a gun in my eye."
Well, it keeps going cocked and uncocked. So yeah, I'd be scared too.
Magic gun.
Watch him, boy.
God, everything about
Why now? Why
get
boy
back
now
here.
is pointing gun on them?
He was just chasing him a second ago, and now he doesn't care about why he was chasing him because he realized I have no reason to chase you. But then he just gives a kid a gun.
Well, maybe that's why he was chasing him, to just give him the gun. I mean, it is the South, right? The kid
It's
probably
Seagal,
didn't have a
like,
gun.
I don't see a gun on you. Get back here, boy. You need the gun. This is Kentucky.
Yeah. Everyone's got to have a fight. Isn't it? I'm sure there's a state in America where you have to have a gun by law.
If
think
there
so,
is, it's
yeah.
Kentucky. So
Well, there you go. So,
What was the consequences of this scene?
it should be somebody getting killed. Somebody should die because either the kid's friends with those people and they're going to turn and shoot Seagal, or he's a lunatic. Just looking at his hairstyle, I can tell you right now he's a serial killer. So maybe
Or,
Seagal,
you know-
like, I like the cut of your jib, boy. I know you have dead bodies in your freezer, probably some heads. You're going to cut off some women's skin, use it as a mask. I like you, boy.
or when those guys wake up, that kid's going to get the beating of his life that he's
Well, he's
never
got
going
a
to
gun.
forget.
He should pull the trigger. It may or may not be cocked. We're not sure. So
Is it-
Cargill, is that a Western dog or a East European dog in the background? Whoever has a dog barking in the background, I know it's not me.
Hold on then. Oh, you,
don't have to do
don't-
anything.
You
He
don't
just wants to
have to
know.
hold on.
All right, well, no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. So
I-
we're gonna go
I-
anyways.
The
Yeah, you do
federal
the dog
police-
thing. We'll
federal
stop the
police-
stream for you, bro. We'll stop everything for you.
Everybody just hang out.
Everybody, don't move a muscle.
Nobody move at all. Yeah.
Isn't it like 3
Night,
in
I
the
see
morning?
the lights on that hill some.
Yeah.
The
3 or 4.
the KGB have turned up to arrest him for fucking around with the stream earlier.
Watch him, boy.
Space Ice was winning an argument with the girlfriend when she took her top off.
Night,
She
I
won the
see the lights on
argument.
that hill sometimes.
Oh, come on, man. Disappoint me, Richard. Disappoint me. Unless the argument was about getting her top off, then
Yeah.
you both win.
Win-win.
It's probably the headquarters for the UFOs.
I love how he says that to the kid. So the kid's trying to help him. Like, I find these
Patronizing.
suspicious lights. That's probably some fucking aliens, you stupid kid.
Yeah. Just patronizing the poor kid.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not 5, dipshit. I know it's not aliens.
And in fairness, that kid can probably read better than Seagal can, so it's it's an
Definitely
unnecessary.
Those are always my favorite adults in movies. When you're
Seagal?
like, Dad, no, just the parent where it's like, yeah, no, I saw a tea kettle literally fly across the house and nail mom in the face. That's why she has a black eye. And he's like, yeah, it's probably old house,
Yeah.
rickety, you know.
It happens
gust-
at night. Yeah, it's a normal thing. Yeah, just don't think
real
about it.
gusty stuff. Yeah.
Everyone else is wearing nice, wholesome country white clothing, and he's just dressed like he's in Blade.
Oh, he
Also.
goes through about 5 different jackets in this movie.
Yeah.
Most of them are classic Seagal, though. The black leather jacket. He's got the tan,
Yeah.
little tassels.
You know,
Like,
that's my favorite one.
So a lot of cows died to dress him, essentially.
so yeah, he's got 5 jackets that he's worn his entire career, and he goes through all of them in this movie.
It's great. Yeah.
Town don't really take to her.
Why is that?
A lot of history. People down here don't give up history.
Like, I mean, you see that, like, yeah. How could they not give up history with a beauty like that?
Yeah.
But when you find out the history, it is so stupid. It makes no sense. Oh God,
There's a lot of diddling involved, though. I mean,
why is he sleeping like that? Why is he using a map as a blanket? He's laying on top of a blanket. Maybe that's the
Covered with a
problem.
map.
He was looking at the blanket, trying to figure out where everything was, and he's like, "This map is terrible."
Yeah. Yeah.
Thankfully, his blanket's nice and warm. Just grabs his gun that's right there and just starts pointing it out the window because he heard a laugh. He hears laughing and just like, I point the gun at whoever's laughing.
Laughter in a town?
Yeah, we don't do
W-
happiness in Seagal movies. Somebody's
yeah,
gonna
there's
die.
no joy around here. No joy around these parts.
Mm-mm. They must not know they're in a Seagal movie if they're happy. Okay. How did they sneak those in there? He heard them like from 50 yards away laughing, but somehow they got 2 snakes in there, put them on the table, and they've just been chilling there. How are we
a good
supposed to
point.
believe he's the mastermind? Like, oh man, he just woke up because he heard them from far away. But how they got 2 snakes in there?
Also on Deadly Ground, if I'm not mistaken, I think it had the same situation with snakes. Someone seems to think that was it on Deadly Ground? Seagal thinks that snakes are some kind of badass plot device, I think, or attack device.
I know they're in one of his shows on True Justice.
They
put-
sneaked without.
Oh, maybe it was
laughing.
True Justice. Sorry, that's wrong. Sorry, I was wrong. Yeah, it was True Justice where they throw
Yeah.
it in the car. Yeah, my bad.
He puts it. They put it in his car.
They sneaked in without laughing, and then they started to laugh.
Yeah, and they didn't rattle or
obvious.
anything, but then they rattle when Seagal's right there. I mean, because they're supposed to rattle when they're threatened. So I don't know what changed.
No. I mean the guys.
Yeah.
You asked why he woke up only when they started to laugh.
That is correct.
Thank you,
Alex is just reminding people.
Voice
So
of
people don't get
reason.
lost. People remember what happened a few seconds ago.
I feel like he just came in trying to take over the stream again, almost like someone deserves a
I'm
timeout.
guessing Putin's there and he's pissed, and Alex is freaking out. And he's like, "Oh shit!
He's right off camera, like just smile, keep smiling.
Yeah,
Don't blow this, Alex."
I just got rid of my dog. What do you want?
Oh God, he put his dog down, you asshole! Whoever got mad at
Yeah.
him. That's what they do over there. Anyways, he catches the snakes because they decide to jump at him at the same time. And he's Seagal though, so he fucking catches them by the neck. Come on, really?
Those are some very dead snakes.
I believe it. They look like socks. Those look like giant white
Yeah,
socks.
They changed colors.
Yeah, honestly, they just look like giant white ass socks that have been thinned out. I don't know what the fuck they're supposed to be.
He
Do
knows snakes, I
rattlesnakes have
guess.
really white bellies? I don't know. I don't know anything about snakes.
I don't know a lot about them either. They should be rattling though, because that's what they do when they're like scared and
Moving.
yeah. I mean,
I
that's
think-
what I'm saying. They're like limp and dead here. So yeah,
That's because they're playing dead, so they don't get messed up by Seagal. Obviously, they know the beating that's coming, so they're just playing dead to get away with it.
oh well, they don't want him to go Van Damme or he knocks a snake out by punching him in the head. He just throws him out, and then
Hope they come
And
back.
then.
yeah, that should be the end of the snakes, right? No more snakes, but apparently that's not the end of them.
After that, he went on a hunt.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Well, first, this is just ridiculous. One, his jacket's hilarious. Like, are you an adult? Why are you dressed like that? Sitting on the sidewalk, whittling
he's
on
a bit
the
of a-
stick.
Yeah, he's just sitting on a porch playing with a stick in the middle of the day. Don't you
What
have
is
something
this?
Hey, he's deep undercover, guys. Okay,
Like,
this is what
He's
you do in
working.
the South.
he seems
What's-
very special education right now, sitting on the just whittling on a stick.
So what else
With
does he have to do?
that, with
Is
that
this what they do
bright-
in the South? Is this what they do in the South? Sit there.
Yeah, this is what they
whittling
do.
sticks?
They
He
whittle
doesn't know
sticks
if he
and
wants to
they
wear a
eat grits.
bright jacket or a dark jacket, so he's wearing both at the same time.
That's right.
I assume at
We
some
will
point he's going to
send
make
you-
out with his sister as well. Then, oh,
Yeah.
snap.
He's about to go make some grits.
Seagal, we're gonna
What are grits?
send you undercover.
I think they're
Don't
like,
drag any attention.
yeah, you have to ask Redeye. He knows more about grits.
Oh, grits! I just know they're good. Make some cheesy grits.
They're good, and they
Mm,
can be
A
cheesy.
little bit of butter, cheesy butter grits.
Morning, boys.
Oh, yeah, that was just the end of that. What the hell? So there was like 5 snakes in the car, which means after he tossed them out, he then said, "Wait a minute," and then he went and gathered 5 snakes, found out where they were, put them in the seat of, or I guess the floor of the truck, and then was just sitting outside for who knows how long, waiting for them. If you really think about it, that is so insane. Like,
Reasonable man.
It seems reasonable to me. Probably what happened. Yeah, he went out, found 3 more snakes in the bushes.
that's not
hang
easy
out-
to do. That is not easy to find 5 snakes. He had 2, so there were 2 there. But where'd he get the other 3 snakes? Like, that had to take forever. He had to be up all night searching for snakes just to throw in there. And thank God he found them.
They came to him.
Well, that they were inside a store, like not just driving around, unless he was like following them for who knows if maybe he was following them around, waiting for them to park and go inside somewhere.
Did you hear Steven Seagal talking? He's whispering in snake language.
You've put more thought into where the
Just
snakes
snake.
came from than
speaking
Seagal made this
parcel
whole
tongue?
fucking movie.
Well, all of that just to put him in here and to put so many lives in danger. Because now there's just a car going through town with nobody in it.
collateral
many
damage.
people could be killed right now. There's a 4-way stop with crosswalks on every side, and they bail out because of the snakes, obviously.
And
When
it
you're
is
trying to
a
save the
murder attempt.
if you're trying to save the environment,
The cop almost got killed because of Seagal. Like, it's not their fault. Seagal, oh my God. So many
gotta
innocent people could have died. That's like the busiest street there is in that little town.
you got to have a few dead bodies, mate, to save the environment. All right, ask Greta Thunberg, all those kind of hippies. You gotta kill some people to save the world.
Well, then Seagal has saved many worlds.
Did you see that? The whole town saw it, you idiot. I'd have put a bullet in your head right now.
So that's supposed to be the big main bad guy, except he doesn't last very long. I don't know why they try to build him up, but then like immediately just like have his dad shit all over him. It's weird when they do that. They introduce a villain. He's like, he's not really the villain though. But it's not like at the very end it's a reveal. It's like, nah, we're just joking. Like 2 minutes.
They
he
do
calls
that
his dad.
well in John Wick, the little son gangster. who
Yeah, the start.
actually
yeah.
kills Wick's
This
dog.
vibes, right?
And then he immediately just gets fucking smacked around. It's like, no.
And then the rest of the movie, his dad pretty much just reminds him how much of a piece of shit he is compared to John Wick.
Yeah, okay, so apparently John Wick stole from this movie because that's exactly what this movie does.
Unbelievable.
Well,
Christopher Robinson does nothing but shit all over his son.
If we're gonna go there, then they pretty much just borrowed from Seagal's arsenal altogether in John Wick. I mean, I'm sure you guys
no,
have
they
seen.
stole that from his real life. That was just his real life exploits. One of his very real times in the military. Mitch meetings. That is why he's wearing jacket. It conjures snakes. It looks like a Native American jacket, so I'm with you. Well, this is okay. Apparently, this is Sensei stream now. Completely off subject, but Sensei, that video you made about that Lily Phillips trash bag made me LOL in between bouts of serious nausea, but Space Ice is still better. I didn't know you made a Lily Phillips video. That wow, okay.
I made videos about a lot of shit that just,
Apparently, wow, okay.
that deserve ridicule. It's what we do.
Okay, well, touche.
Let it go. I'm in charge, Lloyd. You don't like it, resign.
Now, what I like about this is he's saying he wants to kill those two, and the sheriff should quit if he doesn't like it. But that's like their whole group. Like he's got nobody if he doesn't have them. So like, how can you just tell everybody that works for your dad just to leave? What, he can do everything by himself?
That's right.
They don't think about these things. Like, you can't fire everybody.
I think he's just flexing his biceps and swinging his dick, just letting everyone know he's in charge.
But everybody knows he's not in charge because he's like, call your dad, you fucking.
True.
The first thing is just call your dad.
All I'm saying is maybe you ought to call your daddy first before you do anything else.
Before you do anything.
That dick's just been cut off right there. There's no dick swinging going on. Pops just put a stop to that.
It's like, why build him up and then immediately bring him down? Like, why even do the build up in the first place? Like, why make him seem like the main guy just to have him seconds later get shit on? At least the John Wick guy was a couple scenes later. We found out about the dad.
I think Seagal thought that would be a really cool scene, having the old guy take his glasses off, say that line like it's a real badass moment, you know?
I mean, it is. He's got that voice and everything where it's like, oh shit, that sounds like an angry grandpa just going off on somebody.
He could be the mafia. Yeah, he could be the boss. I'd buy him as the boss with that kind of that look about him.
Well, he's the sheriff and the corrupt cop, so that would make a lot of sense. But Seagal's not going to do that. No, it's the rich guy who already has a ton of money, and this doesn't make any sense to be doing all this illegal shit because he owns a casino. God, it's so stupid. Oh, Seagal. So, this is how you just know Seagal's not a real human. Like, he's not born on Earth. He's not a real person. He doesn't know how to do the most mundane things. This is him just being in a grocery store, just
standing and looking at it.
This is staring at people, walking around. Yep, I'm shopping. I know how to shop. I shop stuff. Yeah, that was some good shopping.
I am definitely human.
This is how grocery stores work.
Bye now.
Bye. What was that?
You don't shop like that?
But why he's like, I gotta put this in the movie. Like, they have to see this. People will relate to this.
I gotta know I can shop.
Well, we've all stalked someone in the grocery store at some point, though, haven't we? So it's
all the time. All the time.
He was looking for cookies, by the way. That's what he was looking for.
Oh, he's like, I bet she has cookies, and he was just waiting to make sure she didn't have any cookies. He's gonna rob her outside, just mug her.
Yes, sir.
Like the
Yes,
bubble
sir.
pie.
I was thinking I might like to have all these items here.
Yeah, so you have to show them individually to the cashier so he knows which ones you're buying. You don't want him just to assume everything you put there is he's gonna buy.
Yeah, you got to
No,
tell him.
You
That's
need
what I
to
do
show
when I
him
get.
one at a time so he knows.
Maybe he's also
I'm gonna
buying.
buy it.
Maybe he's also
I'm
buying
gonna eat it.
condoms.
Condoms too. Oh, so he doesn't
But
want
he
to know
didn't-
he's just there for the condoms.
He didn't
give me
list
some
the condoms.
condoms.
Some peanut
Definitely
butter.
the magnums, but it's for my brother, so give me the small ones too. But
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
the big ones. But
That makes
don't forget
sense.
the small ones.
It's a good cover. Hi, I need these condoms. Oh, I will also take these items here, also, please. Thank you.
Well, yeah, nobody goes there
Yeah, you
just
gotta
buys
do
condoms.
that.
You have like a whole thing. You're like, oh yeah, I guess while I'm here, I'll stock up.
But the way he says it though, I'll take
know.
these items here. It's like no one says that shit when they get to the counter. Everyone knows why you're at the counter.
That's
It's to buy
somebody
the shit
super
that's on the counter.
nervous who knows what grocery stores are but has never been in one. That's what that is.
He was told by somebody else that this cashier also deals weed, and he's like,
Yeah.
"All right, I want to start this conversation off, but we haven't been introduced yet.
Yeah.
I'd
How
like
do I
to
bring this
purchase
up? Maybe I can get him to bring it up.
I want to purchase some
Redeye.
groceries."
Too spot on notices.
There's going to
In
be a
a
singing
row.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is so much goodness right here.
contest
Yes.
at the street fair. Won't you come by and vote for us?
What do you give me?
My sister. All right.
Okay, just such bullshit. Like she would be like, "All right, yeah, I get Seagal. You're gonna give me away to Seagal."
A man with
Yeah,
that jacket.
yes, that's-
Mm.
They
Yeah,
are country
mean.
singers too. I found that out. They are country singers.
Oh snap!
They are the Lins. I had to look them up. I don't know how I found that out because I wasn't looking for it, but I recognized them. So like when this came out, I guess they had like one really big song or album or something, and so that's why they're in this because they I guess were big for a minute. Literally when this was being made, they were big and then faded away to nothing.
See,
Do you
I
think this
just
caused it?
I paused it there on purpose. Well, I mean, she's like, that's when I'll give you, you can have my sister. And he's just giving that sexy look. And she's like, hell yeah.
Their
Give me
their
that. Give me that Seagal ass. Look at it.
their
tassel shirt.
declining career. You think this movie caused it? You said they're at their peak.
I 100% think this killed a lot of careers. Their career never had a chance. Oh, God. I bet they're ashamed of this more than anything.
you can
Oh,
see
yeah,
how
without a doubt.
your channel's got a completely different tone because when this came up when I was playing it, I put up a poll of left or right. Who would you who would everyone choose? I think
Well,
left won.
I did this movie before. I did not notice all the country singers because I'm not really a
didn't
huge
either.
country fan, so I don't know who most of these people are. But then I started looking for them, and I just started finding them everywhere.
Oh.
Alistair Watson. I bet Seagal absolutely stinks under that outfit.
Oh, for sure.
While you're 100% correct, why are you making us now smell Seagal? Now we're all thinking how he smells.
You know when he redoes the buttons on that jacket, he kind of wafts just enough air around that everyone just smells it.
I have a feeling that's Velcro. Those are fake buttons on top. It's just Velcro because he's lazy.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
love
anyways,
the
this is just like Driven to Kill, where she offers her friend to Seagal if he'll smash his hand on a metal spike. So if he votes for her, she's going to give her sister away to slavery. It's not really selling; she's just giving her away.
You know, a lot of folks don't appreciate a feller like you coming up here, sticking her nose in places that don't belong.
Building stairs.
Yeah.
Entering
A lot of
kids'
people don't
rooms.
appreciate you fixing their houses for free. They don't like it when they have their porch broken in and you fix it, and then their roof is broken and you fix it.
Take 30 minutes to buy peanut
Who
butter.
doesn't appreciate free labor?
Not this guy.
Apparently, Mark Colley doesn't like it. I can totally smell this movie. This is why he's a serial killer now. This movie did it. Well, he looks way more like a serial killer in this movie than he does in Kill Switch.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, apparently people don't like it when people fix shit for free. They just hate it.
When it is
I love this fight. Well, they just attack for no reason. Like, we don't know who these people are. They never show up again. They just saw somebody fighting and like, fuck it, we're in.
Oh, this one has the worst continuity error too.
Oh, the guy in the back. I hope I show it. What is that weapon he has?
He's warm. I don't know what he was doing though. He was warming up though. At least he was warming up
I
before the
saw him
battle.
warming up.
That's the important thing.
I forgot why. Do I remember why this is?
Getting dangerous.
No, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll see the everybody on the ground and then everybody standing back up. Did you clip
Oh.
that?
No, I didn't show the whole thing. I forgot what I showed. I think a lot of it was guy's weapon back. What is that? It's like a handle with like
Like
one really long
a
spike. It's got
meat-
like a
pretty
heel
cool.
guard.
hook.
It does
So-
look like this little thing you drag a SIM card from your phone.
No, it's like a
It's just
hook,
a
mate.
back those
Back
days.
then, cell phones were a
Handle.
lot bigger, guys. Like they were massive.
It checks
You needed
out.
3 people to carry a cell phone back then, so that makes sense.
It looks like a fucking meat hook or some shit. Like you'd like.
Yeah,
you'd
I was
hook
going
something up
meat
with
hook.
it.
It doesn't seem to have a hook though. It's just a spike. That's what's so weird. But it's
Okay.
got like a hand guard. Like I don't know.
I don't know. I want one though now. I mean, it looks all right. It's pretty
Brett
awesome.
says a hay bale hook is. I mean, does it not have a hook though? 'Cause that's the only thing that makes it seem like. Well, one, why does it have a hand guard? Like, why would the hay?
What
hay
do you
bale
mean
have
by
a
hand guard? Like a handle? Where's the
Well,
hand
like on the
guard?
top. So like usually,
Uh,
so like something won't hit your fist or your hand. So it makes it
Ah.
seem like it's a weapon, but maybe it's not.
Okay.
Maybe it's something I don't recognize. It's not just the angle. Trust me.
I think. See,
I
Seagal
think, unless maybe it's got his tiny hook.
Seagal's got you thinking.
I love how he just knocks this guy down, and while he's already unconscious, just smacks him again.
Never been hit so hard in my life.
Yeah, see, there he is. He's like, oh, I'm watching because I'm everywhere. Every time something happens in this movie, we got to cut to a scene of me just looking like an idiot.
Did someone just mumble? I've never been so hit so hard in my life. Did I just hear that correctly?
You heard that.
Yep.
You did hear that. And just like the guy with the kid, I forgot to bring that up. I'm sure you guys all heard it. Motherfucker broke my jaw.
Oh, I
Because that's
love
what you
that.
say.
'Cause
That's,
that's what you-
definitely that's what happens after a fight. Once you've had the shit kicked out of you, you start telling, "Man, that's the hardest I've ever been hit." That
In
happens.
Seagal movies, there's always some background character saying something like, "Oh,
He's so
Forrest, that
goddamn
fire's as
tough."
good as out on Deadly Ground." Like that's the corniest scene.
No, that,
Oh
that-
yeah, Forrest. Yeah, Forrest is here. Yeah, that was the greatest.
Kick his ass, Forrest, when they're in the bar.
Yeah,
The entire, yeah, the kid, like you don't yell. If you have a broken jaw, it's hard to talk. It's because your jaw's broken and you use that to talk. So you're usually not yelling either. But these people just can't hold it in. They want the guy who's beating them up to know you're hitting me harder than anyone has ever hit me before. Because you want to show as much weakness as possible when you're fighting somebody.
yeah.
Let them know I'm just about to give up if you keep going. I'm just gonna quit. Like you definitely want to do that.
You've seen that? You've seen Space Jam?
Oh, of course, but obviously with Michael
The
Jordan, not
good
the
one?
LeBron
Yeah,
James
yeah.
one.
When Michael Jordan plays baseball and he strikes out, but everyone wants to be nice to him, so they're like, "That strikeout, Mike. That was a good-looking strikeout. Like when you strike out, it looks
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
Mike."
I mean, yeah. I don't know how Sensei Seagal and Alex think of Michael Jordan. Early to mid '90s, there was nobody above Jordan. He was like the top of the world.
Yeah.
me.
Anywhere in
was a big
America, he
deal
was
here.
God.
You don't have to tell me. I'm aware. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
the NBA. I love the NBA in the '90s.
Okay. Well, I know you guys aren't from America, so I don't know how a lot of this
Yeah,
translates
yeah.
over the seas.
NBA
probably
is not a big thing, but Michael Jordan was all over the place.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was he was the shit.
You're under arrest, Mr. Taggart, for assault and battery and disturbing the peace.
It was self-defense. What?
I don't know why I like that.
Self defense.
Well, he didn't see anything. I don't think he saw anything. He's just shocked that it was self-defense. And like he
Did
doesn't
he
know what
hit
self-defense
first,
is.
I feel like Seagal struck first, didn't he? Though, like as a preemptive strike, but he still struck first. No,
He absolutely did strike first. I mean,
Yeah,
you'd have to make a case that the guys were going to attack him. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The guy was standing there. They were talking shit, but then he was smacked up with the whatever pole he had.
self defense apparently is just a punch
He
the bloke
attacked
first.
the guy with the pole first. Yeah,
He
so,
defends himself a lot by initiating groin kicks.
Well, yeah, groin. Well, that's as high as you can kick for one. So, it's not gonna get any higher. But
yeah, he
when
could
someone
make a
says
strong
mean
case
words-
for self-defense, but that would be in a courtroom. 100% he would go to jail for this because that's the whole. Well, I had a good reason. I think they're going to attack me. That's great in court, but he'd probably still go to jail.
they said mean things to him, and he got upset. All right,
Wow.
they hurt his feelings. It's 2025. He could probably get away with that as a defense.
They're lucky he showed up. Then I was going to murder them. Broken porch because everybody's porch is broken in Kentucky.
I bet
It
you
is
could use it,
squeaky.
Jay.
Yes, ma'am. You're a mind reader.
He's supposed to be working, sitting there in a leather jacket. You can use some tea. Yeah, I'm working up a real sweat. Working my ass off here. This is hard work.
This Kentucky heat sure is hot.
Hey,
For some
Man.
reason, he looks like he is photoshopped in there.
he could
Man,
have had
you
a
need
bit
to
of
take
weed
a
in his
break. You've been working like this all morning.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a piece of weed in his mouth, whittling away another stick. He's just escalating his countryness every scene.
And a
Sure, yeah.
cowboy hat.
Why is he wearing a black leather jacket and a black?
I don't know.
Tawan Williams. Say his name 3. Say his name 3 in the mirror, and he comes and snatches your birthday. Steven Seagal is the mega hot blockbuster hit movie Nose Candyman. That would explain a lot, but it would not explain his weight. It kind of goes against his whole getting less active. I don't want to move. I just want to be just a round mound. Just push me where I need to go.
I think the Rotundi warrior wombat roundness came in when he reached spirituality and dropped the drugs. I think during this period he probably was still on the booger sugar. I got some photos. One photo in particular that definitely tells me he was on something.
Oh, he definitely could have been, but it wasn't as big of a thing because he
No.
started gaining weight right away. Right now, I'm doing Marked for Death, and you can already, it's 1990. You can already see him starting to put on some weight since Above the Law, which I think came out the same year.
Yeah,
But he's already 38 years old at that point, though, in fairness to him. 1990, he was already
yeah.
38. So
Yeah, he got famous when he was already getting up there for, especially for an action star. He was old for an action star when he got his start. Yeah. Seagal sitting on the porch. Now we know how the porch steps were broken. Exactly.
good call.
That's just how you ensure job security. You're like, I fix porches, and by the way, yours is broken.
Oh, that's not a bad scam. I mean, just be Seagal, so whenever you knock on someone's door to fix their porch, it's always going to be broken.
Yeah, you have to walk over it to get there.
Yeah.
Was your daddy a coal miner?
That's right.
Did he, like, make up maps?
You ask a lot of questions.
He asked 2 questions.
Strange questions, though.
You
Like
city
make
folk
up
like to
maps.
talk.
Well, he knows about her dad because I think she brought her dad up. And so he has like 2 questions, and she's like, "You'd ask a lot of questions." If there's one thing I know about women, it's they hate talking about themselves. Just hate talking about themselves.
Do not question women.
Don't question women. Okay. But yeah, women hate talking about themselves. Absolutely.
Why do you do this work?
Because the money's so good. And I have no family.
What nonsensical answers? What? Okay.
He started off by being charming and witty because the money's so good. Then he went for the tugging on the heartstrings because I got no family. No one loves me.
This is his agency improv training where they're like, "What's your backstory?" And he's like, "I could just come up with it on the fly.
Yeah.
Like, I got this."
There's no need for a script.
I thought he was like making a move on her, so to let her know he is free.
That is.
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. He's already hitting on her, like, because I don't have a wife, because I got no ring.
He's using the
And
dentist
no
system
girlfriend, man.
from Philadelphia.
The dentist system.
I don't know if anyone's aware of that or not.
Oh,
Sorry, that
yeah.
is-
Oh, yeah.
The dentist system.
We've been over the dentist system.
Okay.
I think you deny it first, right?
Glad we're all on board.
You got this.
I'm the same.
And this is supposed to be like a tell. He's got a gun in his car.
Bad
this
boy.
is Kentucky. If you don't have a gun in your car, she's going to think something's up. She's like, he doesn't have a gun in his car. He's got to be an agent or something.
Yeah, that farmer pulled a gun to greet him.
There is nothing suspicious in Kentucky of having a gun in your car.
Yeah, there's a good chance that's being used in the bedroom for her as foreplay. I mean, it's Kentucky, right? They get into freaky shit.
Sure. I guess yeah. That's
Guns?
exactly how Kentucky works.
That's right.
Are you sure you're not from America? You seem like you know about America.
Eat fried chicken and shoot each other.
I just like to bring guns into the bedroom. That's all I'm saying.
All right, there we go.
Little
That
barrel
sounds like
play.
Sensei Seagal to me. And now we get the
America.
backstory. One, I refuse to believe Seagal knows what the library is or how to work them.
He doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing.
Bush pan down when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. I don't know if that's a reference I don't get, but I feel like it is.
Reference? I feel like it is too. something to do with. I don't know. It comes crashing down.
All right. Calm it down, Sensei. Calm
Sorry.
it down.
Sorry. PG
Go
channel.
take a cold shower real quick. Come back. All right, so he's finding out her secret. Yeah, this is him trying to use a computer. He has no idea what he's doing. Or I don't know. Do they still even have those? Do you remember those? Like the newspapers would be in there, and you could go through all of them.
No, my I mean, it was like 10 years ago, but the library at my college had like the whole microfilm whatever area. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, but I never used it. I remember being a little kid and seeing people use it. I just had no interest in newspapers. Who cares? But somehow he finds this. That is so amazing. He could find this, something that happened like 20 years prior. Do you know how many newspapers he'd have to go through?
Yeah, there's no search engine on this kind of format, right? You literally have to physically
go through the day, yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, fuck, that's just coincidence then, isn't it? Lucky for him.
Now, it does devolve into nonsense because they just had to fill it in to make it look like a real article. But basically, it says she was suspected in killing her dad by starting a fire in the mine he worked in, which is insane because
that seems like the best way to do it.
Why would he be the only one there? Like that means she should have been murdered lots of people. That's a lot of murders she should be on the hook for.
Wouldn't it have just been easy to shoot him, considering she probably had a gun when she was at the age of 5 or whatever? So I mean,
yeah, they give you, you know how like they give you the blue and the pink hats in the hospitals. In Kentucky, they give you a blue or pink gun. So yeah, she had the gun when she was born.
Yep,
that's how that works there. That's how you know boy from girl.
That's the way how they get rid of people, because later we will see how they will try to get rid of Steven Seagal in the most ridiculous way.
Like they always do. They can't just shoot him from like a safe distance. They have to, if they're going to shoot somebody, they have to walk up and put the gun like in his hand, basically like, oh, don't take this. And like don't put it there in your hands, right? Like where it is now.
Or inside of a cop's mouth, maybe. I don't know.
He does
don't
put one
point
in the cop's
gun
mouth.
on Steven Seagal. If you point guns on Steven Seagal, he will come closer and...
No, you'll come up to him. He doesn't come up to you. You walk up to him for some reason.
Yeah.
Just put the gun in his hand. And so she was acquitted. So, okay. So, I don't know why they all hate her then. So apparently she didn't start the fire that killed her dad. So her dad just died in the fire tragically. And now everybody hates her.
Sarah didn't start the fire. Sorry.
So there was a fire her dad died in. Okay, that's what we got. So that's why everybody hates her, because her dad died in a fire. And they are harsh in Kentucky. If a loved one dies of a fire, they will never let you forget it.
I'm surprised they made a real article, by the way. They went to all the effort of actually making that look real. Normally they just have a title and then it's a bullshit little bit. They bothered to actually make it.
No, that's not the whole thing.
Well, I mean, even some of it, though, they actually bother with that. The rest of the movie, they've left holes everywhere and continuity shit, but this they bother with.
They stop right here. And the other one, too, it's like the first paragraph, then it's nonsense. I think I did it in my review for it. Like, I started reading it, and it's talking about, like, Congress, life, and aliens, and it just gets all over the place.
Most church charity types talk about God. They talk at you instead of to you, and they never ask your opinion. And that's all you do.
Yeah, so he's telling Seagal how great he is. You know those church charities? They're not as giving as you.
Yeah. You got to love the churches where there's like 100, 200 people in there, and then the priest asks every single person their opinion on what they're talking about. That's my kind of church.
Gotta love it when church takes 7 hours.
Yeah, it takes half a day.
I like the ones where they're yelling on stage and then they touch people's heads and people faint and then are healed of their inability to walk. They're my favorite ones.
Steven Seagal likes churches when he can walk on the stage and start bullshitting people how poor they are.
Whoa. Did you just say walk on the stage? You mean either carry or waddle or roll? I mean,
takes the little ramp to the top of the stage.
Make his stunt double walk on the stage.
Those TV preachers when they're touching like the handicapped person and they start standing and dancing.
Yeah, that's it. That's my favorite one.
I always thought it'd be funny to have like a Key and Peele skit where some guy's walking around healing everybody, and then he gets too excited and he touches like a healthy person, and the dude just like falls over crippled.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh shit, I did it backwards."
Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, start off with healing people, and then going into just touching people, and they all start breaking legs.
Yeah.
You guys both have Steven Seagal senses of humor.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. We're Hollywood actors.
Why did he just? I forgot why I put that in there. Let's see. The only thing I hate about this little player is it's hard to go. You can't go back just a little bit. Let's see what I
I want to fix my porch.
Oh yeah. Do you still want to fix my porch? From Mimsy, aka George Costanza, slappity slap the like button. You slack jawed space monkeys. Thank you, Mimsy, for paying $5 to advertise for me. You're the man.
Is it the way you in America speak to each other? Because it seems like it is a little bit ciphered.
Yeah, we can't see you because we're seeing Sensei Seagal's channel. If you guys want to check out Sensei Seagal's channel, at some point do it. I mean, we're in the middle of the stream, so I guess if you don't do it now, maybe open another tab and then subscribe or something. Come back to it later.
Oh, you can not. I mean, you don't have to. It's all right.
Or don't. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit? If you don't want to do it, fuck off. All right. If you don't want to do it, fuck off.
I'm just doing this just to block Alex.
Well, I've seen a lot of weird lights over there sometimes at night. Helicopters, stuff like that.
I think it's helicopters.
Oh, thanks, Seagal. Thanks for I know how we solved that mystery. Good job, Sherlock Holmes.
My idea. I said it first.
They got the best man on the case. They got their best man on the case, and now we know why.
My God. I think them helicopters. I think they're helicopters. Oh, wow. You should say that to Seagal. Like, wow. You know what? Now that you say it, I think you're right. Damn.
I thought they were birds. What?
Not only are you good-looking and charitable, but you're smart, too.
Yeah. Yeah, good-looking, handsome, tough, and a genius.
Fed, EPA. Name's Jack Taggart.
Yeah, obviously, everybody knows the EPA. They're super... For people that don't know, Environmental Protection Agency, they're not usually, like, covert secret spies. They're usually guys with clipboards that come out and just, like, give you fines for...
Yeah, they're not the FBI.
Yeah, but they're usually
Steven
not...
Steven Seagal hears agent, and he is on his way.
Yeah. I mean, they technically can have, like, officers that can arrest people, but I've never seen or heard of it. I was just looking it up to see if they actually could, and there is something in, like, federal law that they can. They can have commissioned officers, just don't ever expect to see one. Why did he pack 197 shitty coats and one shirt? Welcome to Steven Seagal. We've been asking that question for almost 30 years now.
He never takes off his jackets, so it doesn't matter what he has underneath. That thing's probably just stuck to his body, that same black shirt.
Especially if he's got a lady friend over. He ends up putting on a second jacket in bed. That's what he does. He just puts on more and more clothes.
Even now, he's still wearing that same black shirt. He just wears, tablecloths on top instead of actual clothing now. He
just keeps adding shirts. He never takes them off. That's why he seems like he's so big. He just never takes shirts off.
I like that theory.
Just every
But why does it only work on his belly and no other part of his body, though?
It's the magic of Seagal.
You want me to take him out? You couldn't take out a cheeseburger from a drive-thru window.
I just love Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
So great.
He's a legend.
He plays that role so well, just shit-talking his son, telling him how worthless he is. It's great. Oh, yeah. For people that don't know, he was also a country singer and has won Grammys. Like,
has he? I didn't know he was a singer. I just thought he was a beloved American dude.
I think he was more singer than anything. Like, he was kind of pretty big in both as acting and music. But yeah, he was like, I think he had a bunch of albums.
Hey, how you doing, little sister? I'm a whole 2 days early.
I love how when they just introduce themselves with that big exposition. Hi, little sister. I'm your big brother named Tommy. I'm 2 years older than you. We went to school and I was kind of always bullying you. Like, they just give their whole life story.
Stop, step bro. Stop it. You're my step brother.
Yeah, whoever talks like that, whoever says hi and then what they are to you. Maybe sis, not little sister.
Maybe I interpreted this whole thing wrong between the two of them, but I think like it was more than bullying, right? Like there was some weird shit going on.
It was molestation. We'll get to that. Okay, we'll get to that. Right. But he's not coming on right away and saying it.
He's
build up.
He's slowly easing up.
Seagal already knows.
Somehow Seagal just figures it out. With Seagal, you are so handsome with one chin. Seagal looks more handsome, I guess. Which
I think he's talking to me, but I've got two chins.
You're talking about the Sensei.
Which Seagal? I mean, I've got a second chin there though. It's just being hid by the microphone.
Yeah, he's working on it, guys. Don't worry. He's working on getting more chins. He'll report back.
I'm really working on it. Believe me, I'm trying my best to.
And yeah, and that's Ike from Tombstone. So it's how do you go from Tombstone to this?
Maybe I just don't get such a good feeling about this guy.
Honestly, I'm with him. Yeah, I don't get a good feeling about Seagal either.
Yeah, it's true. There's a creepy vibe for sure.
I'm a little mind blown that that's Ike.
Yeah, that's Ike.
I didn't realize that was. Oh my god.
Who the fuck's Ike?
Tombstone.
You know the movie Tombstone? He's like the. He's
Okay,
kind of like the
yeah.
weird. I want to say nerdy, but he's like the goofy one of the cowboys of the bad guys.
Fumbles his gun a lot.
Yeah, and that's the guy that Kurt Russell lets live and says, tell him I'm coming, I'm bringing hell with me. That was Ike. He's also in Avatar. I think he was the general. I think. He was.
Yeah, the bad general dude. Okay, is that him now? Is it?
Yeah, he's been in a lot of things. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's weird because seeing him as Ike, where he's like the screw up, he's like the Screech of them, and then
he does good too.
And then he's like the general too, and he plays a good general. Like he looks like a bit hard ass.
Sayer, I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. Please don't go getting unhinged on me.
That usually works with women. I'm just letting you guys know. Usually that does work with women. If they
Yeah,
get
call-
mad at you, tell them you're acting crazy again.
Call
Come
them
on.
crazy. They love it.
You're doing that thing you do where you act all crazy. Just do that, men. Trust me.
Definitely.
Especially when they're bringing up valid points and they're really mad. You should just be like, "Have you taken your medication today?" Or
The madder they are,
love that.
the crazier you need to pretend like they're acting.
Yeah,
and they love it. And they love it when you tell them to calm down too and stop being, calm down. They love that. That's different.
they got to learn, right? So
The first thing they do when you say calm down is they immediately calm down.
immediately.
Hold on, Redeye. When you said they got to learn, isn't that the whole point of the first black eye? Joking.
I remember that joke.
Joking. I don't condone any violence against women unless it's Steven Seagal in a movie.
Nothing you haven't
All
already.
right,
told
he's
them
in
twice.
timeout, ladies and gentlemen. He's in timeout. All right, he's taking a 5-minute
He's gone.
apology break.
Or he's gonna go tell somebody to calm down.
Or his wife is in the background yelling, and, "Oh God, we screwed up." Okay. It'll go eventually. Okay, what is CC age 79? That just really bothers me. It has nothing to do with anything. When this comes up, CC age 79.
Maybe they don't have bathroom stalls to tag, so some old man's like, "I'll tag this here brick wall."
Is that what he's doing? Is he tagging his own home?
My name is Shishi. I'm age 79.
Okay, yeah. They got to know your age, yeah.
That's
This is-
right.
so he knows to remember when he graffitied it, because they forget a lot.
They
like,
do.
oh, I did this when I was 79, I'm 81 now. Okay, I can wait another year before I do it again.
Good old young days. Back when
Oh,
I was young
man.
and restless.
The Mind of Oz. When women are bringing up valid points, never happened once in history. Come on, Redeye.
Oof, I'm sorry.
We get into theoreticals here sometimes. Calm down, guys. Jeez. But I love how I don't know why they do this. They just beat his ass, but they don't kill him. So now they have a witness. He should be a witness. Seagal never asks him to be a witness. But right now, he's absolutely a witness.
Yes.
But he was beaten up the day before that. They came back with Steven Seagal in this house. They met him here, beat the shit out of him. Seagal was with the lady, I guess.
Well, after he dropped him off at home. And I guess because he was hanging out with Seagal.
Yeah, and after that, the whole night he was lying on the...
Oh, yeah, supposedly he's been there. Well, we just see them come up and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then it cuts away, and then it comes back to this. So for all we know, they could have just had a cordial conversation, and then they left, and then he tripped like 5 minutes before Seagal came here, because you never actually see him attack him. I'm thinking he tripped. I'm thinking he's clumsy.
I like the trip.
Right here. Take him all the way down to...
Not a few hours. Hell, he wouldn't have made it.
Okay.
Thank God he was laying there 12 hours. If he lay there 14, it was over.
They're not doing anything for him. He's just laying there. If he was laying there, and if he wasn't laying here, if he was still laying there, that's a bad place to lay, but this is a good place to lay. He'll be fine here. They don't even have that little parchment paper that you put on at the doctor's office. It's supposed to have that parchment paper. They don't even have that. He's just laying there. They don't have... Yeah, there's no IV.
you
Hold on,
go.
I gotta do something real quick. There we go. Okay. He's had time to think about what he did.
What did I do again? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
No.
about the domestic abuse. Okay, yep,
Yeah.
I've learnt my lesson.
Mr. Taggart, would you come with me, please? Assault and
love
battery. I figure it's good for a 10-day lockup.
Okay. You just walk
10-day
up and say assault and battery good for 10-day lockup. Okay. None of that really is how anything works. Like, I'm just going to make up a crime and you're just going to go to jail for 10 days.
But
Yeah.
in fairness, what are the chances that in a small little hick town they could get away with doing something like that? Realistically,
Yeah, you don't even have to tell them the plan though. You just walk
Yeah.
up and be like, "I'm going to arrest you now," and we kind of run this place. So
Well, Seagal
Beating-
he actually makes a good point. Seagal very rarely makes a good point, but he does make a good point.
You know who I am? I can arrest you just as easy as you can arrest me. Let's face it, I don't believe in your authority.
Okay, well, most of that wasn't good, but he knows he's a federal agent. If you know someone's a federal agent, you're probably not going to do some corrupt shit and let him out in 10 days.
yeah,
That's usually a bad thing to do.
Does he actually have the power to arrest them as an EPA dude?
He has to have a crime, like not just for funsies. Like I
Yeah.
said, I looked it up, and they can have officers for EPA that can arrest. I just don't know if they ever do. 'Cause I looked for examples and cannot find a single example of that ever happening. But theoretically, they could.
Did he say I don't believe in your
I don't
authority?
believe in your authority, which is also nonsense. Just because he's federal agent doesn't mean he can't be arrested.
That's like the guy who shows up to court and he's like, no, you're addressing Michael Stevenson, the person. I'm Michael
Very
Stevenson, the
sovereign
organization.
citizen. Absolutely,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
sovereign citizen. So yeah, most of what that is nonsense. But if he knows that he's a federal agent, he probably shouldn't admit to being corrupt around him.
Cuff him.
I love that. Cuff him. He points a gun at his face.
This is how we cuff people in the South.
I guess that's how they cuff people. I mean, Seagal's kind of right here, I guess, because he just points a gun at his face for no reason when he told him to cuff him.
I've noticed that technique is especially used against black and colored people. I've noticed on Lawman. It seems to be a technique of just pull the gun.
Dude, Lawman, the amount of stuff they filmed that they were like, that makes us look good. Let's put that in the show. It's baffling what they put on that show.
It's so shit.
Well, with Seagal, that really limits what makes you look good.
Yeah.
So
God, that's so demeaning. It's so bad.
Yeah, there's no way he could get away with this. Like that's
it's
absolute.
over.
No matter what, like he can't do that.
You're getting shot. There's
In
no
his
it's-
mouth. My God.
You can't de-escalate this.
They were breaking environmental laws, right? They were breaking
That's-
environmental laws.
That's prison time. He has
Who
no
are
justification.
you, Mr. Taggart?
I'm a federal agent. I work for the EPA.
I mean, did you really want to come and fix my porch and get to know me, or was that just a lie, too?
Okay.
Why?
I
There's-
lean heavily into the euphemisms.
Well,
in
she's
this.
probably like, you've been here 2 weeks. My porch still isn't fixed. So
He did sit on it for a while. But why would anybody want to fix your porch? Like, you'd say, I wanted to help you, but no, I didn't enjoy fixing your porch. I'm thinking about breaking it later so I can fix it again. Of course he doesn't want to fix your porch. You should have left that part out. That just sounds stupid. I don't really like you, lady, but I love fixing porches, so I pretended to like you so I could fix your porch.
You came here not because of my porch. You are actual agent. Did you like me at all?
I just like
This is a red flag, lady.
I'm just going to stay out of this one so I don't get banned again because, fixing porches and shit, I'm just going to leave that one alone. I'm just going to sit here. So
You
go
do.
ahead.
You leave that alone, Sensei.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
He's too close to the other Sensei Seagal. And then she realizes she was being crazy, so she comes and apologizes. Because they told her she was being crazy, and she's like, you're right.
These are my daddy's maps. I want to help.
Oh, we're about to get one of my favorite scenes.
It's a great scene. All of this is great.
Murder attempt.
Where did I even go? It doesn't matter. Well, she apologized and says, oh, yeah, I guess you are a secret agent. I mean, I guess it makes sense that you didn't tell me that you were an agent when you're here undercover. I mean, I guess that was stupid of me to be mad at you for that. It's a good point. I mean, she's acting like they've been married for 5 years and he just never told her. Like, he knew her for like a couple days because he is an agent trying to solve all these disappearing people. Like, very reasonable what he was doing. I hate it when they find the one reasonable thing he does and then I have to like defend him.
She got used to people she knows come to her and remind her who they are.
Yeah, every day.
I'm your big
I'm
brother.
your big brother. Yeah.
I'm EPA agent.
Why do all these Kentucky or West Virginia people look like LA struggling actors? Because they're in a
mystery.
Seagal movie, so you're a struggling actor. If you weren't before you got into the movie, you are now.
Yeah, the career is done after the movie.
And this is I wrote it down. That's Anza Borrego's State Park in California. So okay, let's see how it works
His
in
nails?
Kentucky. It's one of those maps that just works everywhere.
Is it his nails?
It's
Is
hard
it
to
Seagal's
tell
nail?
if it's the nail. I can't really tell. It doesn't
Ooh.
look like his.
It doesn't look like his hand.
It's early Seagal, so the sausage fingers aren't quite what they are now, so it's tough to tell.
When he drives, he has he either looks like he's insane or like he's not acting anything appropriate to what's happening. He gets slammed by this 18-wheeler from behind and just like, interesting. Did I
Go
did I hit a
around.
bump? Interesting.
Go around.
You're too close. You're too close.
It's like no reaction. All right, Karia. Oh, I can't pronounce this. Hello, Sensei Seagal. I'm going to need you to show Steven how to act and do his own stunts by performing a sick backflip.
I would. I just haven't warmed up yet, and I haven't had my morning breakfast.
He'll warm up while we're doing this. All right, don't worry. He'll do one. Just don't
He'll
worry.
do a backflip before the end.
Yeah, he's warming
Definitely.
up. All right. Now we
Definitely.
see Seagal's incredible acting of driving.
That looked realistic. Can we see that one more time, or is it too hard to go back?
I'm doing it again because that's. I don't know if you guys know what overcorrecting is, but he just overcorrected every possible way over and over again. He overcorrected there.
Listen, I've done an advanced driving course, and the first thing I told you is look to the direction you're really pulling the steering wheel hard.
Right.
You got to look in the exact same direction,
You just
otherwise
pull-
it doesn't work.
Turn it as hard and fast as you can, and then if that stops, then go the other way if you can't do it anymore.
That's it.
Keep going.
It's a tried and tested system that works. Just swing the steering wheel.
So what that was like the whole thing combined. Because there's a lot of times what they do in Seagal movies is he'll have like a 1 or 2 second thing that they'll chop up, and so he's like in 5 minutes of action because they just put like these little fragments of it. But if you put it all together, it's like 2 coherent seconds.
That
It's
was
like
what was that, episode 1 or 2 of the second season of True Justice, when he's in that minivan chase and they cut to like him driving and he's cutting the wheel like he's on a racetrack, and then it cuts out and it's like a 10-mile-an-hour through a parking lot kind of.
It's like a wide turn, and he's going like slower than the speed limit would on that turn normally.
Yeah.
But it's like, and you see him like, just fucking cranking it.
This scene looks like if you put a kid in the car and let them play with the car, like the steering wheel.
Oh yeah, that's
how
what they would do.
drive,
100%. Yeah.
It's another piece of evidence that Seagal is not a human. He is not from Earth, and he does not know how people act. First the grocery store, then the driving, and he does the driving thing in a lot of movies.
I know what your next clip is, and I'm very excited for it. Yep.
Yes. Yes. Messiah.
So, for people that don't know, 18-wheeler drivers, big truck drivers, they're basically bulls. They just see you and they just go for it. They don't care that there's a big cliff behind you. No, they're going right for you. They can't stop themselves.
Well, if they hit you, then they don't die. You die.
They stops immediately.
He stops immediately. Yeah.
It's okay, he doesn't have to do that. Like, he could be anywhere in that vicinity. If the guy's going anywhere for him, it's gonna.
I thought he wanted to stop them.
Yeah. We don't know if the guy survives or not, but they never tell us.
Whole budget was spent on that. That's their special effects for the movie.
Yeah, I mean, they had to wreck that truck. I guess he walks to the church from there.
A few words. You know, the trouble with rich people is that sometimes they don't care about others.
He is rich, ladies and gentlemen, so take from that what you will.
Peace.
Just want the flex. Just tell everyone how rich he is. Piss off, you ghetto pigs. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I got that above the law money, that marked for death.
You know
Under
what,
Siege,
though?
my career isn't shit yet, so I still make money.
I
Lightning
will
bolt,
say
Money.
this is the first scene like in his career up to this point where I was like, he didn't do a bad job. Like he actually did pretty okay.
Look how he's walking.
Well, no. I
Just
mean, the
try.
mannerisms are terrible.
Don't
but
tell me.
his lines. I was like, it was the first believable thing he has said in his career. Where I'm like, I think he's actually acting a little bit.
I don't know. That sounded like it's from the heart. He's
That's
rich
what
at
he
the time.
believes it,
He's like,
yeah.
rich people
I'm
hate
rich.
you.
I'm rich. You're all hillbillies. Piss
Maybe
off.
it wasn't
I'm out.
acting. Yeah, maybe it was. It was too
That's
close
why it
to
was
the
so
truth.
good. He was like,
Yeah.
I hate you poor people. And yes, the truck reminded me of Toonces. Anyone that's seen those Saturday Night Live?
Toonces,
Toonces the driving cat?
Nope.
I don't remember that at all.
I think I said something. We talked about, I think it was on one of these streams. We were talking about Rob Schneider and the you like the juice, huh? Like that whole thing where there was really nothing to it but that. So Toonces was a driving cat. And there was a lot of these. There's probably like at least 10 of them. Like it was a recurring thing. And they would just be the cat would be driving. And then at the end, every single time it would go off a cliff and they'd all die.
Oh, that's good. I'm looking at it right now. There's like Steve Martin is in a couple of them. It looks
That's the whole joke though, is that they fall off the cliff at the end. And they would show like the same clip that wasn't like that, but it reminded me of that because they just fall off a cliff and then they all.
See, this would be USA only stuff that I'm guessing Alex and I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Michael Jordan we're good with, but I'm guessing this is too specific.
SNL?
Alex, do you know about Toonces, Alex?
Never heard
Toonces
of
the driving cat. Oh, come on, man.
From Saturday Night
They've
Live.
got them in Russia. They're called Tunsanovs, but they're just a little
There
bit
it is.
different.
There it is.
They had the
Probably.
fake,
Never
like
heard
little
of
fake
that
paws that were
either.
super long. You could tell they were fake because they went on for like ever.
I love that.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but you know it's coming. You know the entire joke is they're all going to die, but it still gets you every time.
So it was the era of Seagal liking to give speeches in front of people, like on Deadly Ground.
Oh my God, the
He
30
went,
minute-
yeah.
Yeah,
speech.
this is
And
almost
here
like
is also.
This
It
is
is not
on Deadly Ground light because it's kind of like an environmental message. He works for the EPA.
Yeah.
Just not quite as in your face, but yeah, the toxic waste. I mean, it's kind of like a light on Deadly Ground.
Don't forget his SNL skit. Yeah, is that what we're talking about? Where he
God.
No. Deadly
This
Ground.
is what happens when you pollute the environment.
I was gonna say he's all. I've got that episode archived away. It's very hard to find.
too.
But
Do you the whole thing?
Yeah.
yeah, the whole
Nice.
thing. Yeah,
I've only been able to find like short clips that are just garbage
Good.
quality.
I think
Because
it's internet. If you go to Internet Archive, I think maybe
Yeah,
you
it's
can
on the
find it there.
archive. Yep.
which is the downside. Like all this stuff was before HD, and
Yeah.
for our
Yeah, it
eyes,
doesn't
like
look
480 just looks trash.
This is what happens when you pull it. Just the way he delivers that line, the whole thing, his whole demeanor. It's just.
Well,
it's
even
gold.
him doing
trying to be tough.
Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
With Dana Carvey,
Yeah, he
and
ruined
like,
that.
well, because he didn't want to do it because they were going to make fun of him. Because their whole thing is like Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
he like got all hissy and was like, "Yeah, but you guys are making fun of me." And so they had to end it with like, "Arnold Schwarzenegger is so strong, but he's nothing like Steven Seagal." And it's like, dude, go fuck yourself. Like,
Nothing like
so
Steven.
bad.
And then Dana Carvey tells a story of how he's off in the distance having a sook.
Yeah,
because
he threw a whole hissy fit.
Because he could kick the shit out of Arnold. He goes, I could take. He thinks he could take Arnold anyway.
Yeah.
Him.
Oh, it's
The guy's a legend. This is why he's a legend. No one does this kind of shit in the real world except for Seagal.
accurate.
That's what's so crazy. He was only big for like 3 or 4 years. It seems like it was a lot longer, but Under Siege, I think, was it, right? There was nothing big after Under Siege. It was just failure after failure.
Pretty much. I mean, Glimmer Man was probably one of his more mainstream ones after that. Then beyond that,
That still lost money, though. That was still a failure.
Yeah, a lot of it. Under Siege 2, maybe. I mean, that lost money too. But it
No,
was
that
kind
lost
of
money.
good.
I think that he had that one with DMX.
Yeah, what is that one?
Exit Wounds.
Exit
But
Wounds.
That actually
It
made
was-
money, I think.
Yeah.
2000. It was 2000.
It's supposed to be his big comeback, and then nothing after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Church
it made
can't
money because of the EMX. Not because of Steven Seagal.
Help nobody after they're all dead.
So weird hearing a minister say that. Can't help people when they're dead. Well, what
Profound shit. He's
What kind of
profound
church
wisdom.
doesn't want to help people after they're dead? Like, no, we're for the alive people church. Yeah, once you die, you probably just go to hell. We don't know. We don't know what happens, but we don't deal with that. Not in church.
Stop putting money in the donation basket.
If you'll drag their sorry ass to court, I'll testify against every last one of them.
So obviously he's going to die.
He's going to die.
Yeah. He just set himself up for that. Does he not know how movies work?
Oh, that's Marty Stewart. It's not a big shock that the guy playing the guitar is a singer. I didn't know who he was when I first did it, but I figured if he was playing here, he's got to be, so I looked him up, and yeah. Big country singer. I don't know if anyone in chat knows who he is. They've all won Grammys. That's the crazy thing. Like, they're not just...
That is nuts.
So did he basically just literally just said, listen, I'm filming a movie. I want every country singer to come and be in my movie?
I don't know. I didn't realize it until I was putting this video together, and I started looking some of these people up, and like, holy shit, these... It was like, he didn't say actor on top of most of them, like it usually does. It says, like, American actor or whatever. It says, like, American singer-songwriter. That's what they all started with.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the old guy who just... He just gets trashed and is gonna die.
Oops, there you go.
Oh, he's falling. Oh, there he goes. Oh, no, give me that guitar. Fuck you, old man. I got the guitar. Nobody cares about the old man. They're just like, oh, good. Somebody can take his spot on the guitar. Thank God.
I'd like to imagine he stepped directly on him, too.
That would make me happy. But of course, Seagal has to have a scene where he plays guitar. I'm sure he forced that on them.
Of course.
Oh, wow, look how good he is. He's so impressed. He's like, wow, I've never seen somebody as good as Seagal at playing guitar.
What is that? Is that a G chord? Oh, my God.
Wow. Redeye knows guitars.
And a C chord? Oh, man.
Oh, my God. I didn't know there were C chords.
Hey, little lady. We should know each other better, right? You don't want to dance with me? I want to get to know you.
Yeah, that's normal behavior in a crowd of people.
Well, the crazy thing about this is it seems like, okay, this is some plan to get to Seagal. Like, he's going to hit on the girl Seagal likes.
Yeah, you'd think so.
But no. This is just random. This has nothing to do with anything. This is just coincidence. He's just like, I'm going to hit on this lady twice my age for some reason.
And this town is how big? Like, they know each other.
Yeah.
There's no way they don't already know each other.
That's why it's so insane that there's really no connection here between that and Seagal.
Yeah.
Space Ice. Can I tell my girl I know you? You can, but I will deny it, obviously. But feel free to lie behind my back all you guys want. Oh, Alex is upset. Okay, sorry. Putin got mad.
KGB's at the door again.
Yeah,
He's got to go check.
Yeah, this is a coincidence. He's just hitting on Seagal's lady. Just, I don't know, the plot needed him to, or maybe Seagal's like, I want to look like a knight in shining armor. So how about you hit on this girl that I'm with?
Look at the lady in the background there holding. I mean, that guy looks like he's ready to fight as well in the little matching outfit.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
I think he was one of the guys that was in the dirt lot fight. Yeah, obviously they used the same stuntman.
So he's ready to come back in and get revenge.
Ow. And that's the one thing I will say is probably legit about Aikido is like the joint locks like that.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
But that's probably it. That's it. That's all they can do. They
Assuming
also only work if somebody's really not expecting you to fight. Like if you grab them unexpectedly, it'll definitely work like that.
Or they give you a limb, which is very rare that someone actually just comes up and tries to just give you their whole limb.
Oh yeah, that's what Aikido is. They kind of slowly walk forward towards you with their arm out, and you just do whatever you want.
That's not how you fight?
No. So, well, it depends. I mean, it's a good way. Often just giving the attacker your full body open with your arms is a good way to go.
And if the attacker does anything, you do a somersault away,
you
right?
do a flip, yeah.
And then wait for your turn and then do it again.
Yeah, that's how you fight.
Okay, all right, we're in agreement. That's how things work. I just like this face.
That's a great pause.
He looks like Adam Scott right there.
Adam Scott, the actor.
Yeah.
The guy from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, from Parks and Rec.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about there, but,
making that face. I don't know. That's what I see. I
can
see Adam Scott making that face.
I don't know enough about him to know his facial expression.
Guppy cheeks there.
I don't know why I see it, but that's what I see. And I don't care
the reason why this facial expression looks so awesome is not just a face, but it's because the triangular piece on top. If he had like a normal hairline, it wouldn't be so strange. But because of the like McDonald's M arc kind of thing going on, or it ties it all together with his face. It's fucking marvelous.
I've always wanted to see Seagal with bangs.
Oh, I don't think you'll ever see Seagal with
hanging
bangs.
down from the front.
I gotta get on the Photoshops and put some bangs on my boy.
Did he have bangs even when he was younger? And they have like those old ones with him in
I
Japan?
don't think so. He just always had the long hair and like the ponytail, right?
When he was really young, he had like really thick, kind of long hair in his early Aikido days. But never actual bangs.
This is the face he makes a lot when he's going to do something like strenuous. You see it a lot in his movies when he's like when he's going to do a kick or something. I think we saw that in Dangerous Man. He made this face a lot.
Right before he closes his eyes. And
this is like his, I'm taking things seriously face, but it just makes everyone laugh because it looks so stupid.
This is also in Hard to Kill. He listens to a tape in the car about the senator talking about, take him to the bank or whatever. He's got this exact same face on as well as he's listening to that. This is his everything face, I think. I'm serious. I'm angry.
That's the face he knows how to make. And that's
not his driving face. His driving face is much calmer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it depends on how much action's going on. I mean, sometimes you got to turn the steering wheel 180 degrees left, 180 degrees right.
It actually doesn't depend on the action because he doesn't have any idea. It's completely unrelated to the action. He should be freaking out and he's calm. He should be calm and he's just cranking that wheel.
He just feels it and he goes with it. It's just whatever he feels, he goes with. What's best for the scene.
I don't know if the editor's just like, well, fuck, I just got to go around with what he's doing. All right, well, I guess this is just a leisurely stroll. It was supposed to be a chase, but it's not now.
Nope.
That was good.
I have a lot of money. I'll give you some to go away.
I like that. That seems like something Steven Seagal would write. Like, he's got a lot of money. How can I get him to offer it and have him go away? And that's all he could come up with.
Yeah, it took him a while to come up with that, but I think he got to the point. It was tough, but we got there.
Thank you, Seb Osp, for one backwards E.
Okay, 6:30 hit. I need to go play some hockey. So
I wish Redeye luck. He's gonna go lose a
well done, mate.
hockey game, and he's gonna be eliminated from the tournament. And it's gonna be embarrassing, and he's gonna be all pissed off next week.
I'm giving you a congratulations now ahead of time, mate. Well done. Congratulations on that 3-1 win. Yeah.
Ooh, 3. All right, I'll let you know if it's 3-1. We
0-0 tie with the 6 shootout or something. People love.
Yeah, nice. You're going for movie kind of ending there, Space.
Our
shootout, penalty shootout.
We're all compete. Second place in the entire tournament gets a shot glass, and first place gets a beer mug. So
a shot glass between the entire team. That's amazing.
Stakes are high.
Hey, you each get your own. You know.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Stakes are pretty high. Stakes are pretty high.
Cheapskate Space. They're giving everyone a shot glass.
Yeah, we all get a shot glass.
All right.
I will chat with you boys later. Enjoy the rest of the movie.
See you, mate.
Man, they're dropping like flies. One of them got taken out by Putin.
One of them's going to go skate around on some ice and bash other men.
God.
That's his price.
Oh, that's what I wanted to show. I don't know if you'll know this. Being from, you're originally Australia, right? Just guessing by the accent.
Correct.
Eric Hawk. $2 from Eric Hawk. Thank you, Eric. All right, I'll just have to play it.
I have a lot of money. I'll give you some to go away.
He goes full $1 million man Ted DiBiase.
Everyone has his price.
You don't know who that is? Oh, man.
No. $8 million man, did you say?
$1 million man, not $8 million man.
No, is he the bionic guy or I don't know who the $1 million man is?
He's a wrestler. That was his whole thing was everyone's got a price. It was his little gimmick was just that he was rich. He had $1 million.
You were really hoping to do that while Redeye was still here, yeah? Because he would have known that reference, wouldn't he?
He definitely would have. Oh, yeah. But that was just his thing. He was just always talking about buying people off and having $1 million, I guess, back then. And when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, he could never run out of money with $1 million. He could spend that forever, buy whatever he wants.
Well, back then it was true, though, wasn't it? Like 40 years ago.
More true than now, but
yeah.
Even then, I was like, $1 million. I mean, like, buy a house, and that's like a quarter of it's gone already. Just
we're talking about the 80s or what? We're talking about 80s or 90s?
Well, he was probably around 80s. Like, he probably started mid 80s.
So you could probably buy a house for 40,000 back then.
I was more like early 90s. Early to mid 90s when I was seeing him.
Anyway, I got a lot of money. It's Steven Seagal's line.
Yeah. Dangerous Man, I believe it is, isn't it?
Mimsy, now we can finally have fun
Yeah,
since
yeah.
Redeye's not here to get us in trouble. I don't know why.
Car's on fire. I'll take you to that dump site.
I love how he just comes up to him like, that's not suspicious. I'll take you to the dump site.
Yeah, which sounds quite ominous. I mean, in the middle of the night, I'll take you somewhere alone where no one knows we're going.
Yeah,
And
I
Seagal has-
help bandits, but now I decided the charge that's crossed the line.
Seagal
Now
never
I'm
said
good.
anything to this guy about
What he's doing
any
there.
of this.
Yeah, what he's doing there, what he's hoping to find. But this guy's just a good Samaritan, and looking at Seagal, you can tell that he's the man to go and tell this information. Forget the cops. You want to tell the tall, dark, balding stranger.
The guy that's trying to bang your sister. That's all he knows about him right now. Yeah, I'll take you to the dump site. Guy that wants to bang my sister. That's all he knows about him. But okay. Okay, movie.
he
Writing's
plays
hard,
guitar.
so let's just have things happen, because that makes sense.
Did you
Plot
sleep?
lines.
Oh, God, this is where it gets good. This is where it gets good. Oh, man. After this, oh, God.
Did you sleep with him?
What?
You whore.
Well,
That just so comes out of nowhere. That's like Commando. I don't know if you guys have seen Commando.
Of course.
yeah, great
The
movie.
guy's hitting on her, and he's like, you fucking whore. Like, just out of
John.
nowhere, just complete 180. Like, okay. That's very normal of you to call your sister a whore and slap her.
Well, how dare she cheat on her half brother with another man? I mean, she's asking for it.
Well, so what I get out of it is he's crazy. Like, he has severe mental problems. We need some Aussie culture like Chopper.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea what that means.
No cash here, mate. Robbo, no cash. It's a movie. Chopper was a movie. It's about a gangster in Australia called Chopper. You actually might like it, mate. You should look it up.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so they
mate.
give hints that he's got like mental issues. I didn't really get into that too much in the video, but he's talking about, like, he starts kind of talking to himself while she's like hiding from him. That's really all they
When
kind of
he's
give you.
gone, things are gonna go back to the way they used to be.
Before Daddy died.
But there was so unnecessary to add this weird thing. Like, this does not need to be in the movie. Imagine if they took this out. Would any of this be worse, or would it just be a lot less awkward?
There's a lot. There is a lot I would definitely take out of this movie.
There's layers, Space. There's layers to Seagal's genius, mate. You know, there's sensitivity, there's relationship, there's environmental stuff, there's all sorts of...
Smells like an onion, and he's got layers like an onion. That's Seagal.
That's right.
And by the way, they did cut out a lot of shit Steven Seagal wanted to leave in this movie.
Did they?
Director. Yeah, they wanted to. It was stretched out, and they wanted to make it more compact. So,
like, did they already film it, or did they not film it?
Yeah, they already filmed it, and the cutout scenes you can see in another alternative trailer. But they cut out a lot of action scenes that costed a lot of money. So
Really?
instead of it was pretty dumb. But that's why the only scene we can see is the truck falling
Okay.
from the cliff.
Well, that makes a lot more sense, because I remember thinking, like, there's not a lot of action in this movie. Like, what is the draw of this movie? It can't be
I
the
would definitely cut
investigation.
out-
There's
I would
almost
definitely
no
cut off
investigation.
Anything else rather than an action movie. Action like
It's like it's not
the
an anything
snake
movie.
thing. This sequence about
His
the
name
brother.
is the draw. I think at this point they probably thought his name would still be relevant enough to get people to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, they could have kept the action scenes in. Like, at least make it a type of movie. Right now, it's just a bunch of things and no real cohesion. Like,
Well, I
his
mean-
investigation is just people just telling him, all right, now go there. Okay. And then he doesn't find anything. Okay, well, now you need to go here. Like, he
That's-
doesn't figure anything
that's
out.
How he thinks. That's how he thinks it works in real life. That's why
People just come up
with
to him. Like, his brother's like, hey, the dump site. Oh, he's like, oh, yeah, I forgot a dump site. I'm supposed to be looking for a dump site. All I've been trying to do is bang your sister, but I probably should be looking for that toxic waste. And then he burns her bees. That's such a dick move.
Yeah, those
Hey, what-
bees were asking for it. I didn't like the look of those bees. They had a cocky attitude from the start. They were asking for it.
I don't like bees in general, but what does he gain by doing this? This doesn't make any sense.
These were smug bees. No one likes a smug bee, and they got what they deserved.
Okay, so this was nothing to do with her. This was purely the brother and the bees had some beef.
It's
That's
just
what I'm
a
hearing.
bee related crime. Bee on human hate crime. It's just human on bee hate crime. It's just
Alex, was this one of the scenes I was taking out that completely explained the brother and the bees? And
I'm sure there's a whole
He
backstory.
hates
You know,
honey.
basically, the
hates
bees
honey.
the bees also hit on the sister, so the brother
Oh
got
my
upset.
God. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. The whole. I don't want to get into it. Well,
Yeah.
there's not enough
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Yeah, that would take a long time.
I'm going to the police. And I'm going to tell them about you. I'm going to tell them about Daddy.
All right. So a
Smart.
tip for the
That's
ladies.
smart.
I don't know if any of you are here. I think I saw one earlier. If there's a guy who's gonna he's insane, he beats you, he molests you, he's gonna murder you, don't tell him, I'm gonna tell everybody everything. Let him leave and then just tell everybody everything. You don't have to warn him. Just a tip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You gave away the so many things.
Well, just wait till he's not around and then
God
call the
damn.
police. Governor 64. That's Jim Carrey from In Living Color. I think we were talking about this the other day. The character he played. My wife didn't know who Seagal was, so I had her watch one of your videos. Now she thinks I'm mentally retarded.
Well, she's probably
I agree
right.
with your wife.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's probably
you watch
spot
the
on.
Seagal video, we're all a little retarded now.
I mean, the fact that you're here it probably also supports the fact that you're a little bit slow. So
Yeah. Yeah, we all used to be smarter. This blew my mind. Well, I mean, I love the little car thing, but this is a body double for sitting. This is the first time he couldn't even sit himself.
well,
He's like,
A
"Man,
lie.
that's sitting."
He is not sitting. He is lying.
think about it though.
Yeah.
He'd have to get up from that position though, right? So he'd have to do a sit up.
Oh, yeah.
So you know. Also, why didn't the brother just shoot him in the face and end it right here?
I think they were going to blow the mine in the entire time.
So shoot him first and then put him in the mine and then blow it up. Like what? Why?
He's
do
not
the
a
James
light
Bond
guy.
thing?
He's not light. You want to carry him into the mine?
Fair point. Fair point.
I mean,
That is
that's
true.
why they had to get the body double. They're like, too much weight. They don't have enough horsepower. Get the body double on here. We'll drive him in there. Then we'll shoot Seagal when we get inside.
Yeah.
He's not in his peak physique though, so he doesn't weigh all that much as he would weight.
He's probably about 220, 230 here, I'd say.
Well, he's tall, so he's like 6'4", so
Correct,
it messes
yeah.
with you when you're used to people being shorter. Like the weight goes up fast when you go up get up there in height. Where's it going with this? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a Seagal movie. Doesn't
A lot
matter.
of toxic waste down here, Earl. And I see this stuff leaking all over the place.
And just so you guys know, that is a shitload of toxic waste. I don't know where this is coming from. This is an insane amount of toxic waste.
Just lying around like it's inventory. People
It's
just
just
keep
like-
toxic waste.
They're holding the entire world's supply of toxic waste. So that's why it's so much money. But Seagal somehow cracked the case. Like, I don't know how he cracked the case, but he cracked the case.
He lead him over here. He just the bad guy just grabbed him and led him to here.
Earl pretty much just took him to where all the gold is.
And the thing...
That's pretty much what happens in most of Steven Seagal's movies when he investigates.
So he does the same thing. Seagal does the same thing the guy's sister does. He's sitting there holding a sawed-off shotgun. And then Seagal tells him he knows all about the murder and molestation he did. They just are worse. They have the worst timing.
You know, I've been
Well,
wanting
not
to
if you
ask
want to set up a fight scene, though. I mean, if you want to set up a fight scene and encounter, it's a pretty good way to do it.
Kind of. As long as you have some very poor...
How does
I wanna
Steven
say
Seagal
editing,
figure out?
some very inconsistent shots, because I show how inconsistent these shots are.
How did Steven Seagal figure out about the whole molesting thing?
Oh, don't worry. I don't think I explained. I don't think I left it in, but he does explain how afterwards.
I noticed that Sarah gets awful nervous around you. I wonder what you'd have to say about that.
Well, like that's why I showed you the shotgun. He's holding the shotgun, and he's probably a good 10, 15 feet away, right there.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay like that though.
You know, I think the reason why she never got over is because she didn't do it. When she was a little girl, you were molesting her. I think your daddy found out about that and went to throw you a real bad beating one time, and you killed him. Then you probably went to your little sister and said, "Little sister, this gun went off by accident, and I'm an adult. If they convict me and I go to prison, you're gonna be left here all alone. So if you take the rap from me, you're a minor. They ain't gonna do nothing to you."
Yeah, so I put that up there as a reminder to what happened. How he died in a mine fire.
Not
he
shot
said
in the face.
he was not shot. He's died in a fire. And she did not take the fall for anything. She was acquitted and was denying it the entire time.
True, but
So how is taking the fall for him being like, it wasn't me. I don't know. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I don't know what's happening.
none of that gets us to the point where we need them to fight, though. That's
It
the
will.
problem with that.
I'm
And they're just hoping that no one notices.
Well, nobody's going to notice because, come on, it's a Seagal movie. You think anyone but me is remembering what happened 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say no one except for us morons actually pays any attention to the actual plot line, but
I do. Because I was trying to figure out what Alex is saying. How did he figure it out? Yeah, he just knows. I think Ike says like,
I thought you have a theory.
well,
I
he
know
says
he just knows.
you're slipperier than squirrel shit or something is what he says. And like, that's it. They just let it go at that. That's how Seagal knows.
This is quite a stretch of an idea because I wouldn't even come to my mind that the brother can molest sister and the whole this father thing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be first thing in your mind. But Seagal knows a lot about victimizing women. So I think he's probably the foremost expert on this. So that's my theory.
I mean, in fairness, though,
that sounds like a pro, right?
He's a very, I hate to use the word professional, but yeah, that is the correct term.
When I saw their first interaction, brother and sister, I immediately thought there's some diddling going on. So I mean,
okay, well,
I could feel.
Apparently, it was obvious to everyone.
I could sense it.
Yeah, so I mean, that first one, they don't give us anything to make us think there's anything suspicious. I think later on they kind of give us something like he kind of gets meaner with her.
So you convinced her
a bit weird
to do that.
He just said you convinced her to
You
do
got a
that.
sharp mind and a fast man.
Oh, there you go. That's how. Boom. Now we know. Plot hole averted, ladies and gentlemen. Plot hole averted. Alex looks really stupid right now for questioning it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got a sharp mouth.
Damn thing is, Jack, I like you.
Oh, that's good. I don't know why he likes you. He just called you out, called you a sister molester, and how he doesn't like you, and just a lot of stuff. But apparently he likes him. Cool.
That's why I'm not going to kill you. Randall, you do it.
Oh, why does Randall got to do it? Randall doesn't even know how to keep a gun in.
Well, fairness, Randall looks like he does not a lot to help out the team. He looks like he's just sitting around eating Cheetos. So about time Randall pulls his weight.
Yeah, he's like, why do I got to do it? Like, he's like, he does the Cobra, where he doesn't even have a holster for his gun. It's just a gun sticking in his pants.
He kind of looks like the fat guy from My Name Is Earl. Ethan, whatever his name was.
He could be his dad.
Slightly
older.
just in the background.
But yeah, and they usually don't keep it in the very front where their stomach's the fattest. Usually it's like kind of off to the side, but he does his own thing.
That's right.
Randall does whatever Randall wants.
Randall is not to be fucked with.
See? Like I said, he just keeps the gun. I love it when they don't even have a holster and they just stick it where their junk is. That's... Oh, Bush Pandan's got a Seagal quote. I am hoping that I can be known as a great writer and actor someday, rather than a sex symbol. I would like to think Seagal was joking, but we all know there's no way he was. I don't think Seagal has ever joked.
He's not well known for both of those. All of those.
All three of those.
Add
now
up
look how
and
close
use
they
this-
are. That is the next frame.
Wow, where did everyone else come from? It's like a mass. They weren't all there before, but all
They're
right.
like all on top of them. Like they can all smell each other, and like you know, like if you're in like a locker room and it gets all the like it's very humid. They all feel the humidity from each other right now. They're that close.
It is a very small area to have that many people.
Yeah.
in.
Why would they all be on top of each other?
The set design is so shit. Whatever they've done there.
Well, they're like, well, he's got to be able to grab the gun. You're like, well, shit, I was like 15 feet away. He was like, no, you weren't. The gun was right in his face. Actually, your gun was 2 inches past his head, so you're actually going to shoot the guy behind him, but you didn't realize. Because that's what has to happen for Seagal movies. They just appear close to him. Toxic Waste looks like Nickelodeon. This is like Double
this
Dare.
is great.
This is Double Dare right here.
Do you have the guys that are squirming around in it, or?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I put it together. I think I can put it all together. They don't try to get out of this.
Nah.
They just hang out in there for a long time.
But then
Move,
they
you
just,
idiot.
But then they take a nap in it as well.
That guy just flops around. Dude, get out of the waist. There's
Just
like
laying it out.
15. Actually, this goes on for like 2 minutes. Like I cut out the scenes between where like Seagal's doing things, and it just keeps going back to them just squirming around right underneath where it's pouring on them like a faucet.
Yep. He could be rolling away from the toxic, but he likes to
He
kind
could
of
be going in literally any direction, and it would get away from the toxic waste. He's right underneath it.
Maybe he thinks he's going to get superpowers. He's been watching too many.
It's
Too many
not usually
fucking
something
comic
that's going to get you right away. Like, I don't know if it's going to burn right through you. Like, they'll definitely have cancer after this, but... And we get a Seagal fight scene. I forgot what he's even doing here. I just liked his face.
Yeah, it's great. His facial expressions when he's about to fight, some of the greatest.
He's probably slapping or something right there.
Special form of art.
He looks like he's crying. Oh, he's eyes closed shooting. He does a lot of eyes closed shooting. Oh, God.
Classic.
And this is so great what he does. Shoots out lights. Now, there's a few problems there. One, 2 of the lights he shoots out are already out. Not the best thing to do. Kind of pointless. Yeah, he shot out the lights that were out. Then he shot these lights that were also out. But the lights are over the people he's shooting at. So what he's doing is making his targets in darkness. So now he can't see who he's shooting at.
He doesn't need to see. He just feels it.
Well, he shoots with his eyes closed anyway, so it's not going to affect Seagal. Most people, that would be a disadvantage. Usually you want to see the person, not Seagal.
Most people aren't master shooters like Seagal, though.
Shoots with his eyes closed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I think this is a wild guess, and you guys don't like me after that, but I
we
think
didn't like you before.
He might missed them.
He was shooting at the people, and that's just what he hit.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I know.
very logical. He'll never admit it, but that's very logical. Like, he was shooting them, missed like 15 feet in the air with the shotgun. That sounds like Seagal.
I mean, if it was anyone but Seagal doing it, that could be plausible. But again, master shooter.
He doesn't miss, and he doesn't shoot with his eyes open because that's for pussies.
He doesn't look. He doesn't miss. He doesn't look.
Oh, he's got his surprise. This explodes with him in it. The place has a massive explosion. You'll never guess how he gets out. He just fucking is. I don't know. He just fucking is. That's what the director said. I don't know. You're just out. Nobody cares, dude. Just go.
Secret tunnel. It's like the Lincoln tunnels or whatever. Under the presidents.
But it's like he's the only one that knows about it. But whose cars are those? Why? Where did everyone else go? Who has those cars?
Henchmen. They're all dead now. They all died. He got out. They all died.
Well, we saw him outside, which is weird. He did kill a bunch of them, but they were still outside when the thing exploded. And none of them wanted their cars back.
They don't need it anymore.
God, I love the complete lack of plot. How does he get out? He just is. Just shut up. He is.
Dick Larson.
Yeah, Chick, it's me. Listen, we found the stuff.
Look how he holds a phone.
We found the stuff. Isn't that how people hold phones with the inside grip?
How is he even holding the phone? Like, it doesn't even look like his fingers are wrapped around it.
It's an Aikido grip. He's ready to take. If that phone gives him any shit, he's ready to just twist it into submission. I imagine.
My God, he
Usually
does
he
not
does
know
it
how to
something like
fake
that.
being a human, because it's like wrapped around the weirdest way. I have always hold a phone like this. That's how normal people hold a phone. He's got some weird backwards, upside down, just with the baby
Kind of holding it
fingertips.
like that. It's like I've seen humans do this before. Is this how they hold this device? It looks.
You see people who are trying to like be funny and like show off their biceps, like, oh yeah, let me talk on the phone, but he doesn't have biceps. He just thinks it's cool.
He's not wrong. It is cool. I'm gonna start doing that.
Taggart, sir?
I love. That's a different jacket, right? He just changes jackets between scenes. This is also Randy Travis. He's a very big country singer.
This guy here is a country singer too.
Yeah, Randy Travis is his name. He's a huge country singer.
Okay.
Officer Adams.
But he plays Officer Adams. And this is what real law enforcement do, ladies and gentlemen. What he does here is...
Go with these gentlemen. They're going to take good care of you, okay?
Not that. Oh. First he kisses the witness. Yeah, we have a witness for this big case. I'll just give her a smooch. Okay.
They haven't actually had any romantic kind of dalliance yet, have they? Or they have?
They just did.
Oh, the closet. That's right. Yeah, from the closet.
Usually it's frowned on to be kissing the witness. Like, that's probably a mistrial right there already. But
Yeah.
it's like, oh, who cares? He's going to kill them all anyways. There's not going to be a trial.
Is that a quick draw rig? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's very normal for law enforcement to draw and just point their guns at each other. Oh, is that a quick draw?
Kentucky, right? You said it was Kentucky.
Usually the gun places, they're pretty big on gun safety. But I guess not. Apparently they just point their guns at everybody. If someone said, oh, is that a good, nice holster? Do you just pull your gun out, point it at them?
Is it likely that he would have that kind of holster setup going on? A quick draw, whatever the fuck it's called? Is that allowed?
It's probably allowed.
In Kentucky?
Well, right now it probably isn't. Yeah, it's probably not allowed. 'Cause it's pointless. Like, I think they have like competitions and stuff where they use like a quick draw holster. They have holsters that work much better that you can draw really fast that actually have like retentions on them. Like, you have to push a button to pull it out and like things like that, twist it a little bit. So somebody can't just take your gun. That's why they wouldn't allow it.
Okay.
But regardless, the answer to that is just take it out and point it at the guy asking. Yeah, it turns out they're bad guys, and he finds out because they just haul ass away for no reason. They couldn't just play cool for 5 more seconds to get out of the parking lot.
He was onto them. They could sense it. They could
He's
sense
like,
it.
oh
He
shit,
was
just
onto
go,
them.
go. And they peels down. They're like, what the fuck? I guess I'll chase him. Oh, but this is where the movie just loses its mind. I love this part. It gets so nonsensical. I love it. She runs in front of him for no reason, then runs the other way. She sees it coming. She's like, I'm going to run in front of you. No, fuck it. No, I'm not. So they go through the pumps. And he just looks like that. I just like that look. Is it? Oh, he's serious.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're not done with this. And they go back and they do another lap through the pumps. I don't know why they're doing donuts in there through the pumps. Seagal hits him. Oh, God. And Neil McDonough's like, I need to make my entrance into this movie. Where the fuck does he come from?
Yeah. He's just waiting for his time.
They're in front of him. They have nothing to do with him. This is just a freak accident that just happened at the exact same time because he was flying through the gas station. Because he's like slams on the brake for some reason. He doesn't turn. He was going at them, and because of the accident, he actually started to slow down. This would have been so much worse if they didn't crash right in front of him.
Well, that's probably why he did that. He saw them crash. He thought, fuck it. If everyone's just going to smash into some shit, I'm going to do it too.
No, he slowed down. The crash was going to be way worse if he hadn't seen the crash. The crash, like... Oh, let me go back. Because it's so weird that it's Neil McDonough. Because he's someone you could definitely recognize just from the side.
Okay, so
it's definitely him. He's got those crazy looking eyes. Like,
who the fuck is that?
He's an actor. I don't know.
Okay.
I know him.
Oh, have you seen Walking Tall with The Rock?
Yeah, where
He's
he
the
was
bad guy.
Oh, I don't remember it. Shit movie. Is that the one where he fucks Amy Adams or whatever her name is? Amy Smart, one of those ones. He bangs one of them. No,
somebody. I'm sure he thinks.
Is that a sheriff? Is he like a sheriff in a town? He used to play football or something. Or is
he's like goes back to his hometown. He's like beats everybody up because this guy's like corrupt or something. I don't know. Basically, it's the same as this. Basically, ripped off this. Although I think Walking Tall came out in like the 70s and it was a remake.
He's in Tulsa King. Who was he in Tulsa King? Okay, anyway.
He's an interesting guy. Like, he pretty much left Hollywood because he refused to, like, because he's, like, married. He's like, I'm not going to kiss another girl. Like, I'm married. I'll only kiss my wife. Like, he was really
hold on. You
strict
talking
on
about that old dude? I know who you're talking about now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you.
I mean, he's probably older now. I mean, this was 30 years ago.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down with you. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's a good actor, that guy. Yeah.
He's a good actor. It's just, you don't hear that very often. We're like, I'm not going to... Especially someone in a Seagal movie. You do not belong in a Seagal movie, sir. You're the opposite of a Seagal.
If you're not going to kiss random women.
I will not kiss my wife in the movie. No, I will kiss some 20-year-old lady. But yeah, I don't know why they decided he needs to come and just crash into the pumps, but he does. And they figured nobody would question it because everything else is stupid. Where he's coming from has nothing to do with them. Let off and gasoline everywhere. Which sets off, he's going to explode. I don't know why he shoots that. He shoots the juice machine. Oh, fuck that
For
juice
the
machine.
same reason Steven Seagal shoot the lights.
I don't know. Randy Travis is country singer. They probably are big in guns wherever he's from. He should probably be able to aim a shotgun better than that. Oh, but oh, God. That's him. He's inside the diner now. Eyes closed. Guess what he's doing?
Shooting and missing.
Well, besides with his eyes closed shooting. He's shooting the lights. Why is he shooting the lights again? Why is he always shooting these damn lights? There's 100 lights on in there. This isn't going to make a difference. Oh, but he's like, fuck it. I remember I was shooting the lights a minute ago. I'm shooting them again. I just love shooting lights.
Well, in the dark, people look slimmer, right? So maybe the less light, the slimmer.
He's like, oh, wow. He's got some flattering lighting on. Yeah, that really brought out your second chin with that, but now you look good.
Yeah.
And then this is just classic Seagal. This is such good Seagal. God. So for people that missed, I do it really slow. He shoots the wall. Inside the gas station. He just shoots at the wall. He shoots like 4 rounds into the wall. Good thing the guy was there and not an innocent person. Can't fucking see who he was shooting at, but he just lights up the wall.
Collateral damage, anyway.
He's probably disappointed he only hit that one guy. Seagal likes this guy's style. He just sees a building and just shoots at the building.
Yeah.
Seagal likes that. Okay, he lights a flare that he has. Look how he throws. Look at his other arm.
It's like it's stiff or broken.
Yeah, I'll go back.
Again, that's like you talk about. He's envisioning what a human would look like throwing something, and he tries his best to.
He looks like he never played sports growing up, but his form, the throwing arm is just pure forearm, just this, and then the other arm's like flat at his side. Like he doesn't know how to do anything with his arm. Look how silly that looks. Now you know why he got bullied a lot in school. He deserved it.
That and the running. I mean,
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The running, like everything is just going to get him bullied in school. All right, so the guy's covered in gasoline and he throws the flare at him, but he's such a badass. I got to stop this right now. I'm sure there's probably someone in the chat, some know-it-all is going to say, it's not actually the liquid of the gasoline that ignites, right? It's the vapors that come up top. How does this not ignite?
It's close enough to either of them, whether it's liquid or vapor.
This is in the water and it's getting the vapors. There's no reason this should not ignite.
Because it didn't touch asphalt.
It does look like it does touch asphalt. I mean, it touches everything. It looks like right there it's touching.
Plain, yes, but the
liquid
stick.
there. The liquid's underneath his hand. It's not close enough to liquid. That's what I'm calling.
All right, there we go. Yeah, so he holds the...
Tell your boss I'm coming to get him. On second thought, I'll tell him.
Still has to close his eyes. Shoots that, and then shoots it again in the air. One, he's like shooting downwards, so like... he shot the pavement, I'm pretty sure, with his eyes closed.
Stick around, we're gonna have some fun.
Can he not explode?
We're not going to have any fun, Seagal. You don't have fun.
We've already had fun.
About me. I can make sure any investigation that we do on you doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I guess we find out. Oh, man, he was in on it the whole time?
Oh, no,
Okay.
plot twist.
Yeah, we forgot he existed, and
How
nobody
does that
cares at
change
this
anything?
point.
Doesn't change anything, though, at all. Like, it makes no
Changes
difference.
nothing. It's completely irrelevant. There's like a minute scene where he goes and arrests him at the end with the FBI guys, and that's it.
Yeah.
I was gonna head out over to town and then I'll come back and finish fixing this porch.
Why?
What?
Why? Why would you fix the porch?
Why
Okay.
didn't you do it in the first hour? It
too
is
busy.
1
I mean, he was
hour.
there for a while because he was just sitting there in his leather jacket. Now he's got like a suit on or something.
He's been there at least a week, hasn't he? What the fuck's he been doing? Honestly, what's he been doing other than just sitting on her porch,
He's
assaulting people,
terrorizing the town,
assaulting policemen,
putting guns in officers' mouths. Just Seagal things.
twiddling sticks or whatever you call it, whittling sticks.
He was whittling, with a stick. He was carving something out of a stick.
You'll be safe here.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is why. She's back at home. She's at home. They just tried to murder her when she was with the fake witness protection people. Why would she be safe at home? Do they not know where she lives? Everybody knows where she lives. That's why she was hiding. Not anymore. Now she's just You know, on second thought, we shouldn't have tried to hide you. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Well, I assume he's already dismantled every single piece of the criminal empire except for Chris Christopherson is all that's left.
Well, actually, everybody's left.
Anyway,
true, yeah.
she,
Except for
anyway,
two-
she doesn't look
he just killed a few
well,
people
but-
that really weren't part of this. Like, he hasn't killed any of the main people who should all still be out there coming in to kill her. Whatever. I guess it
Yeah,
doesn't
they
matter.
all know it. That's true.
She doesn't look all that convinced she is safe.
She shouldn't be convinced.
She doesn't look that.
She still hasn't even had her porch fixed. What chance is she that she's going to be safe? The dude can't even fix her porch.
Yeah. He's been lying all the time.
This is
all
so
the
great. Like, this scene. This is just so great. Like, I don't think it was intentionally meant to be like this, but what it does to the rest of the movie.
Mr. Hanna pleads guilty.
That's a $25,000 fine. Next case.
The entire movie, murdering all of those people, everything was for a $25,000 fine.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. A 25. That's what he was worried about. That's why he's murdering FBI, DEA, EPA, everybody.
25 grand. Good to see the justice. So basically, I can kill a bunch of people and pour some
anyone.
chemicals.
Kill
pour some
whoever you
chemicals.
want. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Nice.
Social, Secret Service, WNBA, it doesn't matter. If they got 3 letters, just kill them. It doesn't matter. $25,000 fine.
WNBA you threw in there. I mean,
yeah, I was hoping you trying to sneak that in there.
It's worth shooting to just get rid
I
of
don't
the
know
squad,
if
but
I
yeah.
don't think that existed back then. But yeah, $25,000 fine. This entire movie was for a small fine, and it even says like I made $100 million last year, and this is all it cost me. The entire movie. Why did any of this movie happen?
You set up Frank, didn't you? You're under arrest. Hook him up.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's all that was. His whole part of it was just that.
Okay, so the corrupt cop. Mm-hmm.
And how does Seagal know he's set for? And we don't fucking know. He's just there. He just shows up. He's like, I know you did it. Get him. Okay.
You're
incredible
a
work,
piece of shit.
Seagal. Huh. Is that what his lawman is? He just shows up. I know you did it. Get him. Is that all he does? And then they leave. And then they just throw him in prison. That's due process for Seagal. We never get any information how he knows about this. What evidence they have? Nothing. Just shows up. I know it was you. Book him, Dano, and he's out.
Oh,
another one.
Oh, we'll see it again. Don't worry. Just brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen, for the dance.
Oh yeah.
He looks like
Look how he goes down those stairs.
Yeah. Fleet-footed like a gazelle, my friend. Fleet-footed like a
at that.
gazelle.
And with the music,
I implore. Sorry, go.
we're going back. We're doing that again. Are you kidding me?
I implore you to download a song called the Duck Song. It's called Waddle Waddle. Right?
I've heard it.
Okay, so
Is there a
I think
Seagal version?
No, but it goes perfectly with any scene where Seagal waddles. And he waddles away, waddle waddle.
How do they do this? Like,
I love the music too. Bam, 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 bam. You didn't put that on, did you? That's in the movie, right?
Oh shit!
It's in the movie, but I synced it up a little bit better with his going down the stairs. It's like slightly off with that. So I only moved it back like half a second. So
It was worth it.
mostly it's in the movie.
It was worth it though. It was that half a second.
Oh, yeah.
It was worth it.
You might be able to hear it in the next scene. Like it's still the same song. Like it's kind of almost like a montage when he goes and confronts confronts the son. And this movie, he can. We'll just show it. But you can still hear in the background there.
Is it from Terminator 2?
No,
I don't think so. I know what you're thinking of. Bad to the Bone.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, that's like a blues. You would hear it in a lot of like sitcoms. Like when someone would be like just playing something on the harmonica, it would always be that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it would always be that. So yeah, you hear in the next scene where he has to beat up a big guy just so everyone can see how badass he is. No reason for that.
You know the things your father's doing here ain't no good? You're gonna have to turn state's evidence.
Yes, sir.
He just convinces the son to testify against his dad.
Good on his dad, yeah. This guy's such a bitch. I mean, this kid deserves to be killed. He's useless.
You know how he does that? He just goes and tells him to. There's
Yeah.
nothing. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't blackmail him. He just says, do it. And he's like, okay, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, if Steven Seagal was standing opposite you and told you that you had to do something, I mean, you know, I'd go along with it too. Who would dare
I
oppose
feel
you?
like I wouldn't. I feel like it doesn't matter what it is. He could tell me to breathe and I would hold my breath till I died.
So you wouldn't turn on your own father if Steven Seagal just told you to? I mean, come on,
Steven
guys. What are we
Seagal
doing?
tells him to. My God.
What are we doing here?
It is not the first kid he tells to go against his father. Do you remember the peeing boy who pointed
Master
the
Grunt
gun?
15. Had no idea space size started in this. Thank you, Master Grunt. Are you calling me the little kid, that guy?
That's supposed to be
What one
you?
are you talking about, Alex? When you have a kid go against his dad?
Yeah, with this marijuana plant, the kid turned against his father, his family.
We have no idea who they were to each other. We have no
I
idea if they're
guess
family
they
or
were.
not. He could be, but why is he be holding a gun on his own family? Like, I figure they weren't family. All we
Because
know is a kid was
Seagal
peeing in
told
a
him.
pond and he chased him into a marijuana field. That's all we know. We know nothing, and then he gave its child a gun. That's all we know. And told him, do what you're gonna do.
Yeah, take a weapon.
Well, because if they're his family, then the kid should have shot Seagal. That would be the sensible thing to do. He just attacked your family. So it seems like they have to not be family. So
I don't know now.
it is so wild, this movie. Like, it's a full-length movie. I think it's like 100 minutes. And he just, nothing comes from anything else. None of the things he solves is him figuring anything out. Just people calling him and be like, hey, I know who did it. He's like, did what? Did the toxic waste. What toxic waste? You're here for toxic waste. I'm not here for toxic waste. Yeah, you are. Oh, shit, you're right. I'm here for toxic waste. Okay. Like, that's... And then he just, like, tells the kid, you should probably testify against your dad. Yes, sir.
Do you remember the sick kid?
I remember the sick kid. He doesn't testify against his dad.
Yeah, but what was he here for? And his dad also?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so much of this movie means nothing. And it should have answered these questions on how is this plot moving forward? How is it getting wrapped up? It's just, no, we'll just exist for 90 minutes and then just call it a day.
At some point, his dad goes to Steven Seagal and tells, you know, I was not happy about you, but I know now that you wanted to help my son. How did he want to help him? How did he help him? And what next?
Wait a second. Are you saying there's a plot hole or an unexplained thing in the Seagal movie?
I know. I was about to say, you guys are talking madness.
He's in timeout. I cannot
Yeah.
believe he would say something that ridiculous. That has never happened in the Seagal movie.
Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason in a Seagal
Hope you're
movie.
thinking
Alex.
about what you did, Alex. Everything happens for a reason. 90 minutes of this were just...
I'll answer it for you. The sick kid is there to show how touching and caring Seagal is and how strangers let him into their house. Because he's
Yeah,
so
and how
nice.
not creepy he is with kids, and he just wants to help kids,
What-
and he thinks
what
they
else
have
you need to
pretty
explain?
names.
This guy's listening to him because, you know, there's a 6'4" man in a black leather outfit telling him to do something. So he's going to listen to him. Otherwise, who knows where that might go.
Well,
I mean, these are all explainable.
In what planet,
know,
though,
this-
the second Seagal leaves, does he not be
area-
like, I ain't doing that. Like, all right,
The
fuck
Matrix
you, I'm leaving.
makes no sense.
I'm just going to drive somewhere else. Like, you're not here. I'll go up some stairs. You'll never get me.
Yeah. Go hide out in a salad bar.
The part I left out is Seagal tells Christopherson, like, I quit the EPA because I'm going to come get you. It's super important to know that, guys. It's super important to know. He said, I quit the EPA. I'm going to be coming for you. It's super important to know that because everything's important in Seagal movies. Oh, this guy's a singer, too. I mean, you can kind of tell by his voice. He definitely sounds... Did I write his name down? Travis Tritt is his name.
All these motherfuckers are called Travis.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a country singer, your name's not Travis, there's something wrong with you.
I mean, we got one from Australia. His name's Keith Urban. Now, I don't know if that's his real name, but I think he just made it sound country and
He's
western
Australian?
as possible. Keith Urban, yeah.
Oh, I've heard the name. Like I said, I don't really listen to country. I don't know much about it, but I know I've
Same.
heard Keith Urban. He's famous.
He married Nicole Kidman for some stupid reason. He could have
Is
had any
she
bird.
Australian?
She is, but
Okay.
like she's like looks like a white witch with red hair. He could have gone with any bird, and he chose that.
Oh, jeez. Oh my god.
Matchstick. But
So
anyway,
angry. A lot of anger for Nicole Kidman.
wow, you know,
Yeah.
we could have done better than her. He could have done. I'm just saying, he could have done better. I mean, why
I have
have
that
millions of
Seagal
dollars?
woman hatred. I don't usually make fun of women on my
That's
channel.
some hater vibe.
I'm known as a champion for women's rights. Actually, one of the leading champions for women's rights. I'm
Hey,
not even gonna
I've
say
got-
like lefts too. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Listen, mate, 3% of my audience is women, so I'm representing them as well. That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna-
really? Well, I have almost 4%. I'll have you know.
You feminist, you.
Yeah, basically. I forgot what happens here, but I'm
Lady
sure it's stupid.
pleaser.
I have a warrant for the arrest of Warren Hanner.
You can take that warrant and shove it up your ass.
That's right. So he comes there with a warrant to arrest Christopherson, and they're like, no.
Just no.
The first time he actually
No.
goes by the law, the first time he actually plays by the rules and does it right, they tell him to get fucked.
Yeah, but what is the plan here? Like, you can't just say no. Like, they will just send as many agents as they have. Like, you can't just say no. He's got a warrant.
He'll get arrested, right, for obstruction of justice or some
Yeah,
shit
no,
like
he'll
that.
get arrested. Absolutely. Like, you
They'll
can't
feed-
do
they'll feed
that.
him
Like,
in
they have
jail.
every right to just. They can use whatever force necessary to make that arrest. So you
I
can't
think
just
the
say no.
second the guy knows what you're saying.
So
The second
unless
guy.
this is like some John Wick 2, if you've seen John Wick 2, like he's just gonna live in his casino and like never come out. At some point, they're gonna grab him. Even if they don't storm in there, they're gonna get him at some point, unless he's just never gonna leave. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't think it's gonna work.
By the way, I was just kidding when I told you I resigned. I'm still an active agent.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's why I had to tell you that, because it was a joke.
What a trickster.
Why? Why did he do that? Why did that have to happen?
Well, I don't know if you've seen SNL, but Seagal's a bit of a comedian / prankster, you know.
Was that
So
just a joke? Was that a joke
It
that
was-
went over everyone's head? He tells
Just
them,
ribbing
I
everyone.
quit the EPA. Next time he sees him, I was just kidding. I didn't quit the EPA. Was that supposed
Yeah.
to mean something? Was that supposed to go somewhere? What was the point of that?
it's like, you guys brothers? No. Yes. Misdirection, mate. That's Seagal's little joke.
I get, but he forgot to tell him the punchline until right now. He's like, oh shit, I meant to tell him it was a
Yeah.
joke. That was like a
supposed to
week
tell him
ago.
earlier.
I saw that. Obviously, eyes closed shooting. Eyes closed shooting.
See you around, buddy.
What I love the most, he just leaves.
Wow.
There's like FBI agents are dying there. Christopherson's dying there. He just leaves.
He said he's a one
Did he forget why he came there?
He leaves
just
gracefully,
leave.
mind you. With grace.
There's the guy you're supposed to arrest is still in there. There's FBI agents dying on the ground. You're just gonna leave? He doesn't
But
even
that's not-
call.
he's-
He doesn't
he's
call
done-
anyone or do anything. He just leaves. He goes home.
He's done all
You're
the
thinking
important
about
shit,
wrong
yeah?
things.
Yeah, he's done all the important shit. He killed the bad guy, the main bad guy.
He's
Everything
still
else
alive.
is just,
No, he's
Yeah,
still
but
alive.
they-
He
they-
says, maybe I kept you alive. Something about, so see what Bubba can do is Buddy Bubba, which I'm guessing is some sort of prison rape joke. He doesn't really deliver it well. Christopher Sainton, the complete Sifu Master movie collection is the most exceptional. Nope, just kidding. All you can eat triple buffet. Oh man, what happened to Sensei's gone? Oh well. He could not stand the slander.
The most important thing is the perfect ponytail.
I guess.
See
I mean,
how gorgeous it is.
it doesn't look real because you can see like the bottom, like 2 inches, don't look like the same hair as the top.
The penguin hat a little bit messed up, but still.
God, it's so.
This is the best ponytail of Steven Seagal, I guess.
How does he just leave with everything still there? Like, you didn't do your job. You went and shot people and are just leaving. All right, I guess everybody just bleeds out and dies, I guess, and then he just goes on his way and is never seen again?
Does he look like a doctor to you?
Yes.
He's a plumber.
Have you seen The
Or-
Patriot? The movie where he's a doctor supposed to save everyone's
Yes.
life. Doesn't save anyone's life. Some Native American lady saves everyone's life by accident. He actually saves nobody.
He grew up a daughter. He
grew up
raised
a
a
daughter?
daughter. He raised a daughter who was immune to the virus. So that's his.
I think she was immune
influence.
because she was drinking the tea.
All right.
I believe that's what they went with that. I don't know. Oh, okay, hold on.
All right.
He's back. He He was throwing a fit. Oh man, I had to kick him out because he was just throwing F-bombs everywhere. It's a lot of slurs I didn't appreciate, and it didn't really make any sense, but he was throwing them out. So he's calmed down now.
A lot of anti-Rob Schneider sentiment coming from me. I apologize.
I cannot stand for anti-Rob Schneider sentiment. He has won Grammys for his singing as well.
Did you, by any chance, off topic, see the photograph I sent you in email of two individuals?
Yes, I got said that a lot.
Yeah, I thought you may have, but I wasn't sure if you did, so I thought I'd...
You know what? Let me see if I can bring that up. I have that.
How do you feel about that?
I'm going to give my thoughts. I do have thoughts on it. So there's been a famous picture going around. If I can find the attachment.
The real Steven Seagal was just whinging before that we were making fun of him. Now he's dropping 5 bones because he's on board.
Oh my gosh, the real Steven Seagal. $5.99 from the real Steven Seagal. Wow.
He can't even spell he can't spell his own name, mind you, but that's pretty much on point.
That's how
Seagal,
you know it's him. That is how you know it's him. Hold on, not this one. Not this one. I'll do this one. Here we go. If I can remember what it's called. All right. You guys this is going to blow your minds, although you guys have probably all seen it anyways.
Some of them wouldn't have. There's always bound to be a few. They're about to cream their jocks.
There we go.
Ba-bum. Boom. How is it that Seagal's looking better than Van Damme, by the way? It's very strange. He actually looks more youthful and alive. I know that
I'm not used
weird.
to the white hair. That kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah.
He dyes it for his movies, but he doesn't usually have white hair.
He still looks fit. He just looks like he's, peroxiding his hair now or some shit.
Yeah, so basically what people don't know about Seagal, I mean, people know he's kind of shameless and he doesn't really have morals or ethics. He has been known, and this is another example of, he lies to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, tells them he's a child with some sort of mental disability, so he can meet Van Damme. This isn't the first time he's done this. And Van Damme is such a great guy, he does it. He's like, I know he's lying, but you know what? I love my fans. Van Damme is such an upstanding fellow. You can't. There's nothing. You can't say anything bad about Van Damme. He's like, I know you're not an 8-year-old with leukemia. This is the 12th time you've done this. I'm on to you, Seagal. But you know what? Yeah, you can have a picture because I'm Van Damme. My life's perfect.
It's if you look at the comments that I looked at on Twitter, was mainly about Seagal's hair as well, and like people asking what the hell is going on with it, because it is looking in fine form. If you zoom in, you probably can't, but I've zoomed in quite a bit on Photoshop, and it is looking particularly. I don't even know what it is anymore. Like Van Damme is just letting it happen. I respect to him. Seagal, I'm not even sure, and this is someone who's seen the hair change throughout the years. I don't even know what it's become now. It's the same, but it's different. It's could be AI. It could be a cyborg AI right now.
Yeah. So there was a while, I think, even the one we just watched. Well, so at first he started to lose his hair. Like there's some interviews where he's like almost completely bald. He's got like the hair long and back, but it's almost completely gone in the front.
Above the law, pretty much above the law. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like after that, he got something with his hair. But there was a long phase, and that movie was just where he was really black on top, but you could see like below, like he kind of like it seemed like it was colored on because it was almost like a different shade right below it. Like it was not quite as dark as it was on top. It was like the whole thing was covered in it. But now maybe he's like saw that at some point and is like, oh yeah, that does look kind of fake. I think people are onto it. What if I just look like Eddie Munster?
Yes.
Co-star in Exeter Wounds told the story when he saw the black marker.
Tom Arnold.
Thing, on Steven Seagal. And at some point, Steven Seagal dropped in the lake. And when he went out, all that marker was on his face.
I've heard that story. I want to believe all those stories. I don't know if they're all true, but I really want to believe them.
Tom Arnold.
That was Tom Arnold. I totally believe it. So my thing with Seagal
I totally definitely believe it.
Everybody hates him so much that I can see people hearing stories and then just telling them themselves.
Yeah.
And not really wanting to find out if it's fake or not. I really want to believe that story because I think they were on a houseboat or something.
Yeah.
Seagal was being a dick to a guy who was trying to tell him like you can't go out that door. And he was like, "You're not gonna tell me what to do," but like the door didn't go to anything. That's why he was telling him that. Just went out into the lake, and he like fell out, and then because his hair got all wet or something, he had the black stuff all over his face. I think that's the
See,
story.
the thing is, if you look at Glimmer Man, there's a photo of him and one of the weigh-ins. I don't know which
Eric
one it
Cox
is.
says it's just Flex Seal on his head. That checks
Flex
out.
Seal.
Honestly, it checks out.
Yeah, there's a photo of him and Wayne side by side, and you can see his hair has two distinct layers. There's a bottom layer, and then there's a top bit, right? And then it went to about 2009 Lawman era, where he was in Australia. He was doing some commercials where he had peak Eddie Munster, like slicked oil-looking Sharpie and oil and boot polish. And then it evolved into this thing now, which is its final form, which is like Goku.
It's harder
like
to
Frieza-
see on. I don't know. It
Frieza
seems
and
like
his-
it seems like the software I'm using like degraded the image. Like it was a higher quality than that, but like it seems flatter now. In the
Yes.
True Justice, it's like it's that color and everything. It's that shape, but it's like off his head. It's not completely flat.
thicker and fuller. Yeah, seems like actual
that could be
hair.
a piece of paper for all I know right now. Like
I
it's
can
completely
see
flat.
anything. I can see anything except for penguin head. It just when I see it, like
Yeah.
penguin.
I could definitely see a penguin head. Absolutely.
It's pretty much just stitched on there right now, like carpet. I'd imagine. I think it's been.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking nailed and glued.
it does not look like it is the slightest bit off his head. It is part of his head.
Yeah.
Which means pretty sure it's tattooed on. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yes.
Like the
Yeah, it
ladies,
could
I'm
be.
not gonna, say any specific type. Like I'm not gonna say Mexican or anything, but the ladies that get like their like tattoos of like their makeup, use like their eyebrows and everything. It's kind of like that.
He
I feel like you
remembered.
thought- I feel like
He
you thought
learned
about-
his lesson from Exeter Wounds when it was all over his face, and now he just uses
That could be it too. He could be embarrassed from that. But it seems like it took him a long time to change. So he did that, then 10 years later he changed. Sensei Seagal's do-rag smells like Alex's politics. Mega blockbuster stir. What is a blockbuster stir? Wide set horse cooter. Just so you guys know, I will randomly not autocorrect people if I think it's funny. So
I thought he was just trying to sound like he was talking Russian. Blockbuster stir.
Oh, is
I
that
thought
what
he
it was? Maybe you
I don't
nailed
know.
it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Blockbuster.
I could just be being
Blockbuster.
racist as always.
How do you feel about that, Alex? That to make angry?
About my politics?
I don't know about the politics. We don't need to get into politics.
I don't either.
Just us making fun of your language, mostly. Evil finds out its true form. Oh, yeah, it does look like good and evil. All white and all black. Nice. Thanks for the 10 runs to point out to everyone. It's the angel on your shoulder and the devil that would like crush you if it was on your shoulder. So
Yeah. Which one's
And
which?
and a penguin head.
Oh, here we go. Sensei Seagal is cool enough to apologize for Schneider's slander. Too bad Alex can't figure out how to not JCVD bash him. And neither are as awesome as you, Space Ice. Wow. Thank you. That's like something I would have added at the very end, but you added it yourself, so I appreciate that. This one's for
I
you,
do not
Alex.
agree.
You want to read
I
this
do
one,
not
Alex?
agree.
Can you read this one for us, Alex?
It's something about
I'll do
a
it.
fat,
I'm
ugly.
a fat, ugly loser. Azorian Seagal. I'm a fat, ugly loser. You got a bit of Sensei Seagal, Steven Seagal quote for you.
Sorry, he doesn't read the English too well, so Seagal took care of it. Dedicated to my mom, who passed away at 82, New Year's Eve. Love the channel immensely, and thank you, Space Ice, and subscribers and guests. Wow, thank you, Christopher. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I
and-
mean, it's hard to want to shit all over that comment. So shout out to Chris's mom. May she rest in peace.
yeah, I feel like there's no reason to shit on that comment. I feel like
There
it was
isn't.
very nice and polite.
I'm saying, so
Yeah.
you kind of stumped us there with that nice comment, didn't he?
The goal isn't to shit on everyone, only if it's funny. And
Isn't it?
Maybe
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
yeah, I
thought
feel
it
like
was.
his mom passing away isn't quite the
No, it wasn't.
worst
worse.
event.
It was
But yeah.
3 years before I was even born. Like 82, he said.
No, I think she was 82 years old on New Year's
Oh.
I
Eve.
think it was New Year's Eve and she was 82 years old.
Oh, I thought it was 82's Eve.
That would make him probably in his 90s now, because that was like 40 something years ago.
right.
I feel like she would have said, "I passed away in 82."
That would
His mum
be.
passed away in 82.
That's
But
a hell of
anyway.
a son, though. 40 years later, like you're in your 90s and you just. Man,
Anyway,
that's my
shout
mom.
out to Mrs. Sandon up
Yeah,
there.
shout out to your mom. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. We're gonna assume the mom loved the channel, and she sounds like a nice lady, so I know she loved JCVD and was not very big on Seagal. But I think that's about it for us. We're coming up on, 2.5 hours?
2.5
Pretty
hours.
Good one. So thank you for showing up, chat. You guys are always good. Not always good, but you're usually good. You were good this time. Alex. Sensei Seagal was great.
Hey, you do not like me because I'm Russian.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, basically. Everyone else
You
was
got-
great.
You got a Romulan coming in last minute.
Oh, they do that. They're like, oh, he's trying to leave. Don't think so. Love your channel, Space Ice. My cats, Michelangelo and Vito. Know when I'm watching you with my insane laughter and your perfect commentary. Your MST 3K level.
What the hell does
Believes
that mean?
Mystery Science Theater 3000. I appreciate that, Romulan.
What does that mean?
Mystery Science Theater 3000? They didn't have that in Australia?
Yeah, nah.
It was an old show where they would watch like old movies. They were basically copyright free movies, so they didn't have to pay for it. And it was like
Okay.
make fun of the movie as they're watching it.
Okay, fair enough.
So basically, you can say that about a lot of like channels that make fun of movies. So I see it. There's no last second super chats. We're gonna call it a night, lady and gentlemen.
Thank you as always, mate, for having us on. It's always
yeah.
a pleasure to discuss the great one.
Should probably let people know. Yeah, Alex does have a channel. I know I make fun of him a lot, but he does have a channel, and he mentioned Seagal once or twice on it. Also, Sensei Seagal, as I think you're
The
the
name
what the
says.
head. What is your rank in the Seagal Church?
Well, I am I'm the conduit. I'm the head. They call me the Pope.
Okay, yeah, he's the Seagal Pope.
So yeah, all things Seagal related, which is not a flex, but it also is. Bam.
All right, and Mitch meetings. I'm going to try Mitch meetings. I knew this was going to go late without the questions because it's a Seagal movie, 4 of us, so I knew it was going to take a while. I'm going to try and bring back questions. One of these. All right. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic evening. Oh yeah, that's Sensei Seagal again.
Thanks, man. Just keep plugging me. It's all right. Keep.